All right, what's going on, everyone? What is going on? Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing? Good morning. Good morning. Checking out the live. Hold on. Hope you guys are doing well. Can you guys hear me okay? Everything good? All right, let me know in chat if you can hear me okay, if everything's good on your end, just to make sure. Cool, cool. Looks like we got stream. Everything's good. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. We got YouTube going. We got Butter going. We got the private group. We got the main group. We got everyone today. Everyone wants to make money. You guys ready to make money? I'm hoping, right? That's the goal. Yeah, man. The markets have been kind of weird, haven't they? What's up, Troy? How you doing, dog? Doggy dog. What up, bro? All right. All right, so quick transition over here to the live group. What up, Troy? Yo, yo. Oh, he can't. Maybe he can't talk. I don't know. Let's see. All right. Man, light crew this morning. I guess we'll probably have people join. Not everyone's had their coffee yet, right, Mitch? Mitch, you never DM me. You want me to bump it up? Let me know, baby. We'll talk. We'll talk. All right, cool. What up, Michelle, Renee, Greg, Stuart, Matt? What up, everyone? We should probably hop over to the charts, eh? Maybe. Is that what everyone's here for? They're here to see trading. Look at Bitcoin dropping like a fly. Called this yesterday. Troy says he's packing up for his elk trip. Yeah, he's going out tomorrow. He'll be gone. Gonna bring his rifle. Man, he was just on an elk trip, and I know a lot of you guys are like, what the heck? He's going out again and leaving us. But the thing is, man, is that he brought his bow and arrow the last time. See, this isn't a bow and arrow. This is a rifle. So he's actually going to kill something and bring it back. We talked about it last night. We were kind of laughing about it because we're like, man, you just went. He's like, yeah, but I didn't kill anything. And now I'm going to. So anyways, if you're an animal lover, you may not like that. Hang on, guys, 1 second. Let me just make sure everything's good. I got the live stream going today, so I want to make sure that it sounds good and looks good. I thought I could just access it easily, but it looks like I gotta like find a link and do it this way. So here we go. Okay, we're good. All right, good to go. Good to go. Good to go. Exit out of there, because that's annoying. All right. So yeah, Bitcoin dropping like a fly. Called this a few days ago. I know that it's hard to believe that Bitcoin can go down in a bull market, but yeah, I'm thinking this thing goes a little bit further, eh? We're gonna look at the Nasdaq. We're gonna look at a couple of things today. You guys in it to win it today with me? Are you ready to take some action today, or are you just gonna sit on the sidelines and watch again? Let me know in chat. You gonna sit on the sidelines, or are you actually gonna take some action? Because you're not gonna make any money if you don't take any action. And I don't think you should even be trading with real money if you haven't been consistently profitable in a demo account. And that's not sexy. Gosh, nobody wants to hear that, right? Who is this guy talking about don't trade unless you're profitable in a demo? Have I seen gold? I have seen gold. I have seen gold. I think gold is still bullish, actually. Still in a nice uptrend. I know, I took an $8,000 loss on that trade, thinking that this was the target and we're going to fade back. That was more of a gamble. Honestly, that was not the greatest trade in the world. And taking action on a paper trade account, good, Marius. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I would highly recommend you do that. All right, so yeah, gold, it looks like it could be coming down, obviously, but we just don't know. We got to wait. Volume is definitely, you can see here just from a volume perspective, there's definitely a divergence. This is what we call a bearish divergence. So volume coming down, price going up. So you use the same little rounded, we'll call them swings here. I don't know what you call it, little peaks, and you use those same areas up here and you just attach a little trend line and you see, okay, there's a divergence. Now, here's the thing with divergences, okay? You don't know when they're going to pan out. So they always pan out. It just sometimes it takes a really, really long time for it to pan out. And that's why we don't just trade divergences. But yeah, gold, actually, thanks for bringing that up. It does actually look like on a 4-hour chart, if we can get, this looks like it's crossing. That's not very good for gold as far as volume is concerned. You have volume going down, price going up. So we'll see, but it's a 4-hour time frame, man. This thing could go back up, grab the highs, and this little peak here could still be under this previous peak and price could go higher. That's what's crazy about volume. If there's not a lot of volume, you can still get a lot of movement in the market. Ofa, welcome. Can you mute yourself, Ofa? Appreciate you. I have it to where you can't unmute, but sometimes people come in and it's accidentally unmuted. So just make sure you're muted. Appreciate it. But welcome, Ofa. Welcome. And I click to try to mute people, but sometimes it just doesn't work. There we go. Now we got more people in here. Actually, now we got a little bit more. So this is the, let's see, what do we got? What do we got in here? Okay, we got 19 people. That's not too bad. I'm thinking we're going to hit like 25, 30 today. Ofa, can you hear me? Check, check, mic check, 1, 2. The last resort is to just kind of kick you out, and then when you come back in, you'll be muted, most likely. So see if you can mute yourself. Ofa, check, 1, 2. Type in chat if you can hear me. If I don't get a response, I'm just gonna... You'll come back in. You'll come back in muted. I don't know why Butter does that, but all right. We're gonna go. You're gonna go, and then you're gonna come back, and you're gonna be nice and muted. All right. There you go, Ofa. All right. Marius is like that. Later. What up, Marius? How you doing? All right. Cool, guys. I see some of you guys are on cam with me today. It means you're paying attention, It means you're with it. You're on this. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to ask questions, drop me a line. Got like 2 people on YouTube. I'm nobody on YouTube. I'm nobody. All right, let's look. Let's see here. Let's go to the charts. The charts are so much more fun. So much more fun to look at, right? All right. So let me refresh over here. Hold on. Okay. So we got gold, good old Goldilocks. Who knows what she's going to do? Maybe she fades back today. Does like that divergence does look pretty gnarly. Bitcoin playing out as expected. I am going to be holding this trade probably until, well, right now, what do we got? Like, let's just take a look at BTC real quick, okay? Let's run down the basics of trading, which is structure. So what do you got here? Okay, from a 1-hour standpoint, if you watch my structure videos, we make it real easy, right? You got a high. This is your relative field of view. Now, you always ask yourself when you're dealing with structure, what do we ask ourselves? Type it in chat. What do we ask ourselves when we find the relative high or low? Type it in chat. What do we look for? What do we always ask ourselves? What's the question that you need to be asking when you identify the high or the low on the chart? Because technically we have a low right here, okay? But there's not 3 candles going up, so it's technically not a swing yet. Remember the 3 candle rule. It has to be 3 candles to be a swing, so it's not a swing yet. So I'm looking for the high or the low, baby. What do we ask ourselves? Type it in chat. Don't be shy, man. Come on. Get with it. You're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to get anywhere being shy or not taking action. Come on. Let's go. Yeah, we got one person, and it's the guy who if I had to guess, who knows most of these answers because he's involved every day. Let's go, Mitch. Nice. What created it? Right, that's right. We're going to ask what created that. So you always ask, whenever you identify the swing point, okay, a high or a low, and I'm talking the highest or lowest point on the chart. Like, yes, this is the lowest point on the chart. But first of all, I want to show you what happened so we can run that down. And second of all, that's the lowest point on the chart, but there's not 3 candles going up, right? So it's not a swing. So we're going to go to the highest point, okay? So there's the highest point. We always ask ourselves, what created that high? So we know that we have a high. And has that high been broken? Yes or no? Obviously not, right? So that is the top of our range. Now I mark it by the candle body, not by the wick. Fugazi, potato. Do you like apples and oranges? Dude, mark it by the wick if you want. I use the body. There's not one way to trade. And I'm going to say this a lot because I am streaming today and I get people, you know, kind of wondering who I am. And I am a guy, I'm just a dude with good hair that trades. That's it. I'm just a dude with decent hair that trades. And you know, I have some rules when it comes to trading. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Hold on, guys. I noticed something. I have to move this. I need to move something on my screen because it's in the way. Hold on. I got a little like, hold on. I got a little subscribe button over here. And it's like in the way of my video. It's kind of annoying me. Hold on. Just going to move me up here. Is that okay? There we go. Yeah, that'll work. Cool. So anyways, I'm just a guy with good hair that trades. Now you can actually see my hair a little bit. And one of the things that I preach, and I'm gonna get that stop loss off just so we can see the chart real clean here on Bitcoin. And don't worry, we'll get over to the nasty Nas. I know that that's gonna be our bread and butter today. We're gonna be trading the Nasdaq, but I wanna break down Bitcoin real quick. And I believe that there are many ways to trade and be successful because I've been successful trading many different ways. And that's the truth. I used to order, stack, ladder, order, whatever you want to call it. And I used to trade support and resistance. I also had a different model. And we started teaching that about a year ago. It's great. Inverted fair value gap. Shout out to Ryan. Dodgy D, Dungeon, whatever. Double D. Young Cat, who showed us the inverted fair value gap, and it's cool, right? It was a different way of trading, and it was usually at these liquidity levels, or what we call support and resistance liquidity levels, whatever, and that worked really well. But I like structure. My bread and butter has always been based on structure and breakouts from these structures, and so we incorporated the one strat for life, and this model is very simple. It's very simple. I'll run down the checklist real quick, and then we'll get into the structure. It's number one, high time frame liquidity grab. So you have to grab liquidity. That's previous day high or low, previous week's high or low, session liquidity. If you know about sessions, you put the session range. Here's a session range on the chart. Actually, I don't have it up for this one. Let me go ahead and grab it over here. We don't really have sessions for Bitcoin. We do, but it's traded 24/7, right? So these are your sessions right here. So session liquidity, highs and lows of those sessions, right? And then once that is grabbed, we're looking for displacement in the opposite direction, right? So we're buying high, we're selling low. Price is going down. We're looking for a swing. We're looking for a reversal, and we want momentum. We want volume. We want a break of structure, and that's what I look for. So high time frame liquidity grab, momentum in the opposite direction, break of structure. I'm looking for a fair value gap. I'm looking for a breaker block. I'm looking for those to overlap. I'm looking to enter when price goes back and trades into that area. I'm taking the trades. Very, very simple. Doesn't get any more easier than that. But how come everyone's not rich then? If we all have the same winning model, I win with this model every day. You guys see, I've been trading this model 18 months here, just about 18 months in the live group. We have 1,000 members on School. And if you don't know, and so how do I do that every day? Right. Patience, Mitch. That's right. It's just patient and cool glasses. Hold on. Yeah, let me take those. And I basically will say this. It's not about the entry model. And so for anyone who doesn't know me, this is my belief. You're chasing a unicorn that does not exist. All right. So the entry model, forget about it, dude. You're never going to find an entry model that's perfect. There's many different ways to win. You can trade off of VWAP. You can trade with MAs. You can there's many. Go look at Dennis Richards, Larry Williams. Go look at all the great traders. Is what I'm saying. Go do your research, and you'll see that all of them are different, man. But there's one special component, one key component that they all had, And this is what the one strat for life is all about. This is what I teach live. And that's what you're going to see me hopefully get into a trade other than Bitcoin today. And you'll see a real trade. But because this is just this, I threw up here a couple days ago. And so, but anyways, you're going to see that it's money management. Okay. Money management. How you manage, how do you let your winners ride, right? We had PJs and Profits Monday nights, our training in our community. If you're watching online, you can join my free school group. Link is in the chat. But basically, you know, I showed you guys, and I'll keep showing it live, how we can stretch our winners. The thing about these cats that really like you heard of George Soros. He took the British pound for $1 billion in one trade. He stretched it out, man. He didn't just get out because he was scared of losing his profits. And I'll say this, and then we're going to get into this. It's most traders are scared when they're in profit, not in drawdown. They're scared to lose their profit. So their fear actually comes from winning. And when they're in drawdown, they're actually hopeful. And that's why they let their drawdown get to a place that's too extreme. And that is why traders lose. There's only one reason why traders lose, and that is that they get out of the trade or it hits their stop, period. So, yeah, and I don't care, guys, if you, Mitch, come on, dude. I don't care if you like George Soros or not, right? The dude made $1 billion in one trade. So I'm going to talk about that. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't care whether you like the guy. It's a matter of, you know, he made $1 billion. How did he do that? You know, it's probably worth exploring. So let's take a look at the range real quick. I know I kind of went off on a tangent. All right, so what created that high right there? We're looking for a 3-candle pullback. I'm going to put dots here. So we're looking for 3 candles. So we kind of have like the sideways action. We have 3 candles kind of going down here. We have 3 candles here. So what is it? Where would you put, you know, I think some traders would put this break of structure maybe up here. Maybe that's where they see it. I see the break of structure, and this is also part of trading that I call trading is an art, not a science, because we all see it a little different. But this is where I see the change of character, the market structure shift. I see that right up here, okay? And so if the market shifted here, we're looking for where the next swing is. I'm looking for 3 candles going up. We have 3 candles here, so this would identify the next swing. Here is our shelf. We have a relative shelf up here, and I'll go ahead and mark that out. From a structure standpoint, this is the most relative shelf that I can see. These are areas that price likes to go back and tap. You'll learn that this is something that just price does. This is what it does. And we also have a fair value gap right here, right? So this big fat 1 hour, 1 hour fair value gap right here. And so we'll mark that out as well. Put this on 1 hour fair value gap. So market came back up into the fair value gap, respected it, and pulled down. So let's follow the structure. Ready? We have a lower high. How do we know this is a lower high? Because we have 3 candles going down. So that is a swing. So boom. We have a lower low. So this right here is actually not a change of character right here, but that's a break of structure. I'm not going to line all this out because it'll take forever. So we have a lower low. We have a lower high. We have another lower low. It looks to me like we have a relative equal high or, you know, whatever. And then we have a flat bottom low. Kind of some consolidation here. Then we break structure going up. And this would be a fake out. This would be your change of character going up. If you were looking at this, because you do have a low down here. What created the low? Well, you could say this high, right? So if we draw this out over here, you can see that the market went up and created a higher high. So this is technically right here, your change of character. Market faked out, broke structure again. Where did it break? Well, that's not 3 candles. So I'm going to go from the bottom down here. Just my rule. It doesn't have to be yours. But there's the change of structure right there that I see. Now, what direction is the market officially in? It's in a downward structure. Now, this is all on a 1 hour. Check this out. If I go up to a 4 hour, I already know this just because when I'm looking at a 1 hour, I've looked at the charts long enough for 7 years now. I can see what it's going to look like on a 1 hour. I mean, on a 4 hour. So this is the break of structure on a 4 hour right there. So the market was already in a downtrend. So when I see something, let me show you. Let me go back to the 1 hour. So we're in a downtrend on a 4 hour. Keep that in your head. When I see something like this, where market breaks just a tiny bit above the range, you got to be careful right here, not to get faked out. I want to see price invert this 1 hour fair value gap. That would be a better indication. If price did something like this, now I'm looking for a continuation model at a discount, because this would be discount if I zoom out. We go from swing to swing somewhere down in here. Here's the break, breaker. I would be looking for something in here, okay, to take it long. But it didn't do that. It didn't do that. So I'm just giving you a little crash course on what I see structure being. Now, where is the shelf? The shelf here. Was this tapped, and where is the shelf? So there's the shelf. What is the shelf really? Let's help anybody out that doesn't know what a shelf is. You'll see me talk about this a lot. It's basic fundamentals trading. SMC teaches it. This is like not, I didn't make this up, okay? But basically it is whatever the swing point over to the left is, you're going to want to look at that because that's where price typically comes back and retests. And in a trend, like if this is a strong downtrend, what you'll see is that price will respect this relative shelf. This is the relative swing that I can see. I also see another swing right here. Maybe it goes a little higher, but it's an art. And this is what I'm saying. Like, there's some of this stuff is not mechanical. Don't believe people when they tell you trading is mechanical, or we would all be rich. We would all have just one bot and we'd all take the market makers for their money. But this is going to come back, retest, and then create a lower low. And then what will be the shelf here? Well, the shelf will be this area, right? So price would come back, retest, create a lower low, and then you could ask yourself, well, what would that shelf be? It'd be right here, and price would come back, create a lower low, and then that would be the shelf, and yada, yada, yada. It would just keep going and going and going. But it never keeps going and going because trends end, right? You guys doing all right? Where the elf goes. All right, cool. So anyways, crash course. We're in a downward structure. I'm expecting lower prices for Bitcoin until further notice, man. What would have to happen? Well, the first indication, wow, we got 3 minutes before the open. Okay. That happened really fast, I feel like. But the first indication is closing above the shelf. If price closes above the shelf, we're most likely going to test a deeper portion of the range. The relative range is from this high to maybe this low, but that's not a swing yet because we don't have 3 candles. If I'm going really fast, sorry. So I'm looking for price to, the first thing would be if it's going to go up, it needs to break this range at the top here. So if it breaks that range, I'm looking for that being the breaker, a fair value gap here, boom, somewhere in this area. And then I would take this long, and this can be very zigzaggy on the way up. I'm just talking about the top of this range needs to be real volume, real breakout, and I would really want to see that 1 hour inverted. So that's Bitcoin. Let's move on. All right, let's go over to the nasty Nas. Let's line this out real quick before we get the market opening. I'm gonna do this as fast. Like I have a 2-minute video. I say, hey, you can mark out everything within 2 minutes. So I'm about to prove it right now. Ready? All right, 1 hour. Let me go over here. Here we go. Okay, so we got previous daily low. We got previous daily high. We're in between a range. We've got, looks like that was already taken, actually. That's Asia's high was already taken. Actually, I'm sorry. That's not true. That's just a little spike. Asia's high. Liquidity target is going to be in the relative field of view where we have our swing points. We're in a range. All right, here is from my candle bodies. Right here is a high. I mean, here's a low, here's a high. There you go. That's it. It's that simple. I'm going to put some targets up on the board. Okay, boom. I see London's high hasn't been grabbed as well, so we'll mark that just so we have it. Yesterday market took London's low right here, didn't take the previous daily low and grab. Now I do want to mark that previous daily low because this is actually some equal lows right here. I'm going to mark that out. So we'll mark some equal lows. Okay, let me change the writing on that to white. Cool. And we'll go ahead. I got to change that to, hold on. That was pretty quick, right? Doesn't take a rocket scientist, yeah. So yeah, yesterday's previous daily high was taken, kind of ended above the range. We did close a candle body above the range right here, you can see. But if I zoom out on this 1 hour, you can see that the range itself is a little wider. So give it some room, it's got this. Is this a believable breakout? Not to me. We grabbed the highs, overnight session, after market, whatever. We grabbed these previous highs right here, and then the market turtle souped. And basically what that means is it grabbed the highs and pulled. So that's where we're at on the Nasdaq. What I'm looking for is for a price to show me a direction. This first 30 minutes, it's going to be hard for me to take any type of trade, first 15 especially. we need to have something super clear. I'm going to turn off the session range because we don't need that anymore for now, unless price gets crazy and wants to dip or push extremely hard, and then we can zoom out and take a look. I'm going to look at SMT, and I do see this trend line liquidity being built as well. What is that? Well, that's this right here. That nice little trend line that Tori Trades likes to trade. Shout out to Tori. But basically, this trend line is pretty decent. I think it's a pretty good trend line. And when we see these broken, a lot of traders, and I feel bad because it's like, it's in my opinion, it's a very tough way to trade, but you just get these fake out breakouts. You try to trade these breakouts, they typically don't work. The market makers know you're looking at it. It's too obvious. So by the time you get in, and it depends on your entry model, I suppose, but you're already kind of, you know, yeah. That's all I gotta say about that. So I'm not gonna trade the breakout, but I am looking at it because I am looking at lower liquidity levels. Might as well mark them out, actually. Some previous low levels, okay? What I'd rather do, here's what I'd rather do. I'd rather the market come down here, grab this level, right? Come down here, grab this level, and then show me a reversal. Show me something clean with some force, some volume, right? And if I see that, then what do I know? What do I know more than the average trader? I know that most likely that the market has dipped into an area of what we call discount. And I know that most likely, maybe a little bit smaller here, that most likely the market is going to reverse and push. And the market makers actually were looking for that liquidity level to mask their large orders in order to push price in the actual direction it wants to go. That's how we're getting, you know, incredible moves. Yeah, sorry guys, I didn't turn the soundboard on. Let me turn that on. Sorry. Yeah, there you go. I got a lot to remember today, man. All right, it's on now. There you go. What else do we got? Let me see here. So, live crew, what up, live crew? You're on live stream. Cool. Wow, that looks crazy. It's an infinite live stream. Nice. So a lot of what we do is what? Set up to what? A lot of what we do is set up to wait, right? Now I know Troy's doing stuff today, so he's not going to be, you know, talking about SMT too much, but I do want to just hop in real quick and take a look at the cracks and correlations, if there are any. And then I'm going to take a look at some other pairs and stuff. So you can see, look, here it is right here. This is actually, I didn't expect to see such blatant SMT, but yeah, we do have SMT happening as we speak. So what is SMT? Here's the Dow. Here's the S&P 500. Here is the Nasdaq. So SMT at its basic, you know, core fundamental, like the principle of it, is that these three correlating instruments that I'm showing you here, they correlate together. When you see a crack, such as, I'm going to show you, when you see the Dow making lower lows, taking out, let's just say taking out, this is, I can't read because this is in the way. This is Tuesday's low, okay? So the Dow already took out yesterday's low. But look over here, the S&P 500, look at Tuesday right here. Has it taken it out? No, it has not. So it's failed to take the low. Look at the Nasdaq. It's failed to take the low. Okay. So this is a divergence. And what we'd want is, and I'm not going to get into too much of this because this gets into quarterly theory and you guys can go down that rabbit hole if you want. Hasn't made my trading any better, let's just say, but it does help with if the stars are aligning, okay, and you're seeing that there's a crack in correlation and there's bullish SMT, and on top, like right now there's bullish SMT, okay, but it's a higher time frame. I'm trying to figure out what time frame this is on. This is a much higher time frame. You want the correlation to be, here we go. Okay, see how the red box and the green box are right next to each other? See how that happens when I go to the 1 hour time frame? I'm going to change all these to the 1 hour. Okay, you see how that happens? Okay. What that is is SMT that is sequential, okay? Meaning it happens back to back. It's not like, oh, what happened last week and happened to, it has to be sequential, right? So has this green box closed? No, right? It has not. So in order for this to be a valid setup, according to the SMT gods, then these boxes would have to close, right? And then we would have an official bullish SMT. So we're still not there yet. We have a little time to go. Let's see. How much time do we have to go? This is 23 bars. It's 23 hours, and this is 15. So you got 7 hours. No, 8 hours. Bad math. 8 hours. So later today, we'll figure out if we have this SMT. My guess is, who knows? I don't know. What we like to do is we like to go down on these 3 minutes time frames really low because we're scalping anyways. And we like to see these colors inside the box, the green, the red, etc. That's what we kind of like to look at, you know, and see if there's anything in the now that we can take a look at. And a lot of times it does line up with liquidity. And so there's things that need to line up if you're going to take these trades, like, you know, the time of day you're trading, you know, liquidity has the market reached a previous low or high? Maybe it's a session high, maybe it's a previous day, etc. Does that make sense, guys? You guys are quiet today, man. I'm going to just be quiet. How about that? I'm going to be quiet. You're just going to sit here with me and stare at a chart. Is that more fun? You guys are way too quiet. You're freaking me out. I'm talking about the live group. I'm not even talking about YouTube. YouTube's always got a bunch of people just driving, listening or something. But yeah, man. Oh, there you go. Okay, there you go. You're focused. Oh, I like it. Okay. I like that answer. You're focused. I like it. Hugo speaks for the group. I like it. Wait, welcome to the live crew, Hugo. I see you're already doving in and active, brah. Yeah, so what I want to see on these lower time frames, I want to see momentum. I want to see volume. I want to see a true break. And when I see that, then it's a little more, and I say a little because we are ultimately guessing the direction of the market, period. I don't care what your strategy is, whatever it is. You're trying to predict the future. You can say you're reacting to price, whatever. Stop being so political. Okay, you're guessing, and there's a lot of different ways to guess. Tory Trades guesses with trend lines. It's a great way to guess. Cool. All right, as long as you have a model, and in my opinion, I've been trading 7 years, and I'm uniquely qualified to say this. I think that I don't really care how you win, you know, as long as you're winning. And so aggressive Mitch, I see you typing. There you go. I flipped a 3-sided coin. He flips a 3-sided coin. Yeah. My thing is like, I don't really care how you get there. Nobody cares how you get there as long as you're in the green, man. And so my personal opinion is that I think that if you're guessing and you have no strategy at all, you don't know how to read structure, I think you're going to be feeling a little crazy. You're going to feel a little wonky, okay? Because you're going to take trades and you're going to think you see stuff. And it's only after spending thousands of hours, and I will tell you confidently, you can ask my wife, that I've spent thousands and thousands of, I don't know if it's 10,000 hours. You know, they say 10,000 hours makes you an expert or something. I don't know if I've spent 10,000, maybe. It sure feels like it. But you'll start really seeing this stuff, you know. Here's the 1 minute structure. What's your high or your low, right? You got this low now. That's 3 candles. Boom, 3 candles right there, right? So in a 1 minute, I always like do this for fun, man. What created that high? What created this low? That high, right? What created that? This low? What created that? This right here. Boom, 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 boom. All I'm doing is lining out where these swing points are, and I think it's healthy. Look, now go back. Now practice. Where's your change of character? Okay, change of character here, right? Why didn't I do it here? because that's inside structure. Because if this is the high, what created it that low, well then guess what? That high is the range. Now you're smarter than the average bear, and you know that this little break in here is inside of a range. So you don't trade it. Or if you do trade it, you trade it light. Or you trade it more aggressive with your money management. Maybe you trail stop quickly. Maybe you set a break-even stop faster. These are the things that make a profitable trader profitable and a rookie trader lose money. Then once you break this area, now what do you got down here? I'm on a 1 minute. Time is fractal, y'all. What happens on a one happens on a daily, a monthly, a weekly. It's fractal. It happens on a 1 second. All right. So yeah, that's the whole point, Mitch, of trailing stop and everything. You know, there's a method to that. And the method I talk about is how if you're trying to trail stop, you're really trying to continue with the trend. You have to let price come back, whether you're in a sell or a buy. You have to let it come back to retest those shelves. Yeah, you got it, bro. The shelves, exactly. You have to let it retest those shelves. And if you can do that well enough, here's what he's saying, just so you guys can see. So Mitch says the shelves. He knows. That's what's up. We got one person in here who's paying attention. That's great. I'm digging at you guys because you're sitting there and he's typing. But anyways, yeah, you want to let it. And I went through this the other day in PJs and Profits. Once again, show up to the Monday night classes. I'm there. I'm like, you know, bring your freaking questions, man. Don't come like, oh, what do we do tonight? I mean, I love that, but I also don't love it because you're just looking for a handout, and it's like, I'm looking to solve issues that you have. I'm not, you know. Anyways, bring your questions next time. But anyways, yeah, so we can trail stop differently. And in this case, you know, once price breaks down here, now you're in a downward structure. You really haven't done anything, but you know, you're in downward structure. That's it. Now you're on a 1 minute, you know? So when you're 1 minute, you're 5 minute, what are you on? You know, you line this out. You're in downward structure. You're 15. You're in downward structure. Where'd you break? Well, here's the high, right? Here's the high right here. What created it? Do, right here. So actually, are we in downward structure? This is a great little catch that I made right there. Cause I don't think we're not. Why? How do I know? Because that's our range. That's our high. That's our low on the 15. Now I know just from looking at this, and I've already lined it out, that the hourly time frame, we're in between the range on an hourly. So what are we doing? We're ranging, right? So like I said yesterday, if you like range trading, you're in love. If you don't like range trading, you're in hell, because that's what the Nasdaq's been doing, man. Anyway, structure will help you just not feel crazy. I'm not saying that it's always going to pan out and that you should only trade off a structure or whatever, but it definitely will make you feel less crazy. Here, look, we created a lower low. Where's the shelf? Right here. If price is going to continue this downtrend, if I were in a sell, this is an example here. If I were in a sell from up here, well, that's not a sell, that's a buy. Hold on. Where's my short? I'm going to switch these. There you go. All right, so if I were in a sell, like right here, right? And I was trying to go to external liquidity down here, how would I trail stop? Well, the first leg, the first push here, a lot of people, like, do you mind, guys, if I back up the chart for 2 seconds, just so I can showcase this real quick? Because I know a lot of people suffer from this, so I'm just going to do it. You get this first push, you're in profit, but you're like, damn, I want to come down here. This is great. And maybe on this first leg, especially if you're like 1-to-1, I definitely set a break-even stop when I'm 1-to-1. I think it's a good habit. You don't have to. I just think it's a good habit. But I know a lot of people would be trailing their stop, and I don't know. I'm just going to put it up here. I'm going to put it at this. Do you see this area that I define as a shelf that I talk about? And I know a lot of you guys that trade with me can see this. That's a shelf. The price is going to come back there. And if my stop is right there, I'm just going to get stopped out. So what I like to do, if I'm going to trail early, I'll put it kind of like right there in that consolidation zone, right? Where, see how price came back and tapped this shelf right there perfectly? I'm going to split the difference and put it right there. That's my first little tiny trail. Now watch what happens. Let's see if that okay, yeah, it comes back, taps. Once it taps like that and pulls down, dude, that has no reason to go back up there. I'm trailing. So those are my safety zones. Okay, now watch. I would have been taken out right there. Okay, I would have been stopped out. That's it. You can also create a rule. Let me just say this. Let's say I still had it sort of up here. It almost wicked me out. But you can also say this. If you don't like that rule, or if you say, you know what, I want to be a little more, I want to let price breathe a little bit more, whatever. Maybe the market's coming into play. This is 8:15, 8:30. I'll wait for the next leg down, then trail it. So watch, we'll show you what I mean. See the leg? So price creates a leg. It's already tested this very well, right? Those are very good tests of that shelf, right? So now I'm really confident putting my stop there. Okay, leg down. There's the leg down. Where's the next shelf? Right here. Did price tap it? Yes, it did. Dude, I'd be trailing this right now. That's where my stop would be if I were in this trade. If price comes back and grab me, whatever. You know it's wonky the first 30 minutes of price action anyways. So who knows if the trend is going to continue from pre-market. But that's how you trail price. In my opinion, my experience, I squeeze the most out of trades by doing it this way. And so what I would consider happening here is some sort of, what I would want to see is some sort of consolidation. This is a 15-minute time frame. So we'll see what happens here, right? But yeah, because it may, like, who knows what price is going to do on a 15-minute right now, because the volume is in play and there's a lot of volume. But you'd want to see like some sort of consolidation. Like this would be like consolidation. If it were, I don't think it's going to look like this because we're in session. There's going to be a lot of volume now. But it would be like, you know, something where like you're consolidating and then what? The leg down, right? And the leg down, it would have some sort of, you know, shelf down here that's been retested and bam. And to make this really clear, this would be like your consolidation, right? Your leg down, your retest down here, consolidation, okay? And just the down, the retest, consolidation. Okay, so that's your continuation model for any trend. For any, like a good trend has that model. You go back on the chart, you'll see it everywhere. Anyway, so that's kind of like a crash course on how to trail stop. Didn't think I was going to go into that right now, did you? You guys doing all right? I'm going to label these. Is that okay? There we go. Looks a little prettier. Good morning, Jose. What's going on, man? Who's got their coffee? If you're joining me on YouTube, I have a link, and that's where you can come in and join the live crew for, sorry, not the live crew, the free group on School. And just to let you guys know, I am going to be running a 1-day trading challenge. So anyone interested coming in, it will be me live, and I will show you very easily how, without even using a strategy, everyone in here, I believe, has seen me do this multiple times, but without even an entry model, just by understanding money management, you can be a profitable trader. It's really not that hard if you're okay with risk. Okay. But most people think that in order to be profitable, you have to keep your risk extremely, extremely small, right? And here's what I'll say. I'll say that the number one goal as a trader is to preserve your capital and to always lose less than you win. So yes, preserving your capital is important, but let me tell you something. The greats, they freaking put it to the pedal to the metal and they risked, okay? They had confidence in their trades and they risked. You think George Soros made $1 billion off of risking $100? Come on, man. Like, do you like wake up? No. That's why a lot of hedge funds, great hedge funds, they go under because you got to risk it for the biscuit, man. You got to actually risk. That's just how trading works. Now, how much you risk is up to you. A lot of people, even me, I'll tell the normal average Joe, just risk like 1 to 3% per trade. Don't get too crazy. But I'll tell you something. You explain to the average Joe how their little, let's say they're working with a $500 account. That's their first trading account. My gosh, what are you going to make? $5 a day? That's not, you're going to spend hours on the chart and make $5 a day? Yes. That's what I tell them. Yes, bro. Yes, that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to shoot for $5 a day. And when you do that for 90 days straight, and you can be consistent, and you earn $10 that month off of 500, and you made 5%. Dude, you do the math. That's 50% a year. Go put your money in the stock market. You're going to make like 10 to 12. But there's these dreams and hopes and fake news. I'll call them fake tubers. And they basically show you this dream life that they're living where you don't know behind the curtain. They own their own brokerage. They're not really showing you the real deal. They're not doing this. Trading live, right? First of all. And, and even if they are, like a lot of YouTubers will just kind of like not tell you the truth. And the truth is that you ain't gonna get rich off $1,000, dude. Not overnight. It takes time. I had somebody ask me recently, I'm not going to say who, right? But they DM'd me and they were like, I just want to ask you, and I don't know if this person's here or not, right? But it's just saying, they asked me, are you a millionaire? Like, have you made 7 figures? And, it was interesting because they were like, if I gave you $1,000, because this person asked me, if I gave you $1,000, like what would I expect like 2-3 years from now off that 1,000? Such an interesting question, and there's so much to that question. As like I've been trading 7 years, right? So I think of all these different aspects to that question. Like here, start with this. Do you want to try to compound the crap out of it? Because that's going to be more risk, and I would just expect to lose the 1,000, but maybe I can 5 or 10x it very quickly. Does that make sense? So maybe I can like 10, 20x that $1,000. I've done it before. So maybe I can do that, but it might take me 2 or 3 times, right? So, because I'm going to go with higher risk. So is that what you're talking about? Or are you just talking about like real safe? Because it sounds to me like 3 years from now, you want me to make sure I have that $1,000 in my account and that I grew it. Okay, well, that's a different story then. Well, if I'm going to, preserve the $1,000, well, then I need to be thinking a little differently. I need to probably risk 1 to 2% per trade. I'm going to probably go for like a 0.3% daily gain. That's realistic. Now, I'm saying some days I'll hit 4% on the account. Some days I'll hit 1%, and then I'll lose, and then I'll lose, and maybe I'll lose and I'll lose, but then I'll hit 3%, and then I'll lose, and then I'll hit 2%, and then I'll lose and I'll lose, and I'll hit 5%. Does that make sense? I go for about a 50% win rate, and I go safe, and I go with relative nice little stops that everyone kind of teaches. I'd probably do it that way. But if you ask me the right question, which is, what could I turn $1,000? What would be the best way? This is the right question. What would be the best way to take $1,000 and compound it and make as much money as I can quickly? Here's the best way. Ready? Break the $1,000 up into 5 tries. Now you got $200, right? For $200, you could turn it into $1 million. How do you do that? Oh gosh, here we go. He's pitching the dream, this YouTuber. Good Lord. Here's how you do it. You just double it 14 times in a row. You're a millionaire. That's it. Good, do it yourself. It's actually less than that, I think, with $200. I think that's off of $100. But yeah, so like you just go for a double every week. If you can do it 14 weeks in a row, you're a millionaire. So what is the reality? The reality is when you get to like $20,000, $30,000 probably, maybe even less for a lot of people, and you just brought up from a $200 account, you brought it to 10 grand. You really going to risk it all for a double? Because you're going to have to. If you're trying to compound it in 14 weeks every week, right? You're going to have to. You're going to have to risk hardcore 30 to 70% per trade. Anyways, I digress. I know I'm kind of going off of a... Hey, you guys want to hear me talk about something? Drop it in chat, man. Come on. Tell me what you're interested in talking about, and I'll talk about it. But anyways, yeah, so it's not like an unrealistic thing to take $1,000 and turn it into 50 grand. It's not unrealistic. It's just, what is your plan to get there? So when somebody asks me like, where could I expect this $1,000 to be 3 years from now? I'm like, bro, 3 years from now, that $1,000 is either going to be blown if I'm trying to aggressively grow it, or if I double it, like let's say I can double it quickly, I'll probably take that 1,000 out, put it to the side. There's the house money that I'm trading with now. I took out my original capital. Now I go aggressive with the 1,000, but I don't know if I'm going to lose it the first time or not. How would I know that, you know? And then whether or not I'm a millionaire, okay, like, do I really have to go there? You know what I mean? Do you really have to hear that somebody's a millionaire in order to... I guess it's one of those things where it's inspiration based. I've already shown the 7 figures I've already shown what I made in my trading account, so I have nothing to prove there. But like, I think the question was, I mean, you have to understand, guys, like the majority of, from where I came from, was crazy days of crypto, like crazier than now. I'm talking about when, dude, I made like 150 grand off of a token called McAfee. Like, stupid. The dumb money when Dogecoin was stupid, right? That kind of money where you wake up on a Saturday and literally my account 150x'd overnight. Like those days. Like, remember those days back in 2021, 2020? Those are the days where I was $15,000 days, like stupid money. And I would put my money in just like the weirdest stuff. And I had a little crew that I ran with, and they would give me tips on what to get in. Remember, I also got in on the ground floor of EMP Money. Like, there's a bunch of little projects that I was in, right? So crypto was like my bread and butter. And so have I made 7 figures? Bro, like, come on, man. Like, I mean, come on. Yeah, I've shown that, you know what I mean? But was it all through trading? It wasn't trading like this. This was different. This is different. Like, this kind of trading is different, right? I didn't make all my money through trading like this. What do I mean by that? Like, just to be clear, like, I mean, I'm not investing in crypto projects here, right? We're trading on a chart. It's very different than investing into small cap crypto projects. So, you know, but is it inspiring to some people that I made 7 figures trading off 100 grand? Like, everything that I made is off my original investment of 100 grand after I pulled my crap together. And remember, I was negative, right? I almost lost 200 grand trading. Like, it was probably around 180,000. I haven't like added it all up, but the point is, like, I don't want anybody else to go through that. That was a horrible experience. Like, losing that much money and waiting that long to get good at something sucks. So, you know, it's like, hey, look, it's like, it made me who I am. So there's that. I don't think it's like a bad thing, but it sucks. So if I can help you speed up the learning curve, then why not? And I can tell you something, man. I can tell you, like, right now, I'm freaking dialed, bro. I'm freaking dialed. Like, I am, me and the Nasdaq and these charts are in sync. Like, this is my blood. It's like my veins is running through my freaking veins, dude. Like, nobody's got nothing on me right now, bro. I'm just freaking, you know, I'm like a freaking lion. I'm telling you. So when it comes to like showing you guys and teaching, all I try to do is keep it humble, keep it like, I have my way and I'm crushing it my way, right? But there's a lot of different ways to win, and I get that, but I just have my way. And that's the thing. You got to find your way. You got to find out what works for you, right? So, and that's the thing, man. I can't stand people talking about like there's one way to win. That's what I hate. You guys know, I've said this many times, but for anyone who doesn't know me, I don't like that. Like, keep it real, bro. There's a lot of ways to win in this market. You could freaking flip a coin and you should be relatively break even. Come on. But you incorporate like a little bit of structure knowledge, a little bit of liquidity knowledge, little bit of money management more than anything, now you're cooking with some gas. Look at the market just stale right now. What's going on? So guys, tomorrow is the big news day, by the way. Tomorrow is unemployment claims. I know that. What else do we have tomorrow? Let's see. We got flash PMI. Okay, never mind. Tomorrow's kind of like a whatever day, to be honest. Tomorrow, the market will probably move a little bit, but the next week, we got CB consumer confidence. We got JOLTS jobs openings. We got ADP. We got non-farm employment change, advanced GDP. That's all Monday. That's all Tuesday and Wednesday right there. Then on Thursday, you got core PCE. That's going to be huge with unemployment claims. So we're going to see if inflation is ticking up or going to come down. And then Friday, you got unemployment rate. Huge week. Next week is the end of the month as well. So you got contracts expiring. You have end of the month. It's going to be big, man. That last week is going to be big. So I think the market is tired right now. That's what it feels like, right? Let's go take a look at some of these other stocks. Here's NVIDIA coming back to a relative, what do we call this? What is this? What did it really not tap? And you could have said this is kind of a retest. I think it kind of did test this. This is a retest. There's a shelf, right? So NVIDIA coming back into the shelf has a gap. So it opened low. Lots of buying. I'm going to tell you what I think. I think NVIDIA is absolutely coming down. It's way overbought. And you know what also tells me that is volume. Check this out. Just from a volume standpoint, see this peak where volume is at over here and see where price is at. So I'm going to just connect the dots here so you can kind of get a looky look at what I'm saying here. So what is the name of that volume indicator? Oh, hold on. I'll tell you right now. It's, hold on. Whoops. I'm going to where's where's more? Oh, there, about the script. Here you go. I'm going to give this to you real quick. Hold on. Copy. All right, I'll post it in chat right now. You guys want it in YouTube? Let me know. I'll post it in there. Okay, so so check this out. This peak right here, I want you to look at the volume peaks over here and the decline. See, this is another reason why you can't just trade. You cannot just go off of volume because you see price go way up. I mean, my God, price went up like, what is this percentage? 59%. This is like trillions of dollars for NVIDIA. This is like $1 trillion, that pump right there. But anyways, look at the volume just cruising down this whole time, right? Finally starts to catch up, has its dip, higher high right here as volume creates a lower low. It should have gone lower, but it didn't. And we had earnings or news or something happen in here with NVIDIA. It's a lot of excitement around this company. And they're really, it's crazy because you look at their evaluation, they're actually not like too overly, yeah, but right now it's overly bought, but it's, they're according to earnings and the projection and what they're looking to do, still, you could just buy every dip. I think it'll be perfectly fine in the long run. No financial advice there, obviously. I never give that, do I? But yeah, you can see that the volume makes a up here where the volume where price sort of peaked, you can see lower volume, and you see how high this volume is over here, and it's just declining. And then you look at these peaks and you say, well, this peak where volume is at, price is higher, but volume is not higher than this previous peak where the price was lower. Right? So that's a bearish divergence. And so just looking at NVIDIA, I think you could sell off. And that's probably going to push the Nasdaq down a little bit. Now, where could you sell to? There's a lot of different, you could speculate all day. Let me go to the 1 hour time frame. Nice push here, actually down to the bottom of this consolidation zone. You have a little bit of this gap that wasn't filled, I suppose. So that's an interesting area. You also have a swing point down here. This is where liquidity is lying here. Liquidity is underneath this swing point. I would imagine that that's where traders are putting their stops. Would you agree? If you don't agree, then look at the chart and decide for yourself where are majority of traders probably putting their stops. I'm going to guess in these areas. Those are where I would guess. It's a guess. We don't know. We can't see, right? Let's see the market. Did we push down? Yeah, we're pushing down. So, so yeah, NVIDIA is sort of going to lead the way here, I think. We'll see what happens. Let me refresh over here. So we're low on the day. You know, we're low on the day. Hold on, let me see something. Let me zoom out. Okay, so now we're forming, well, I wish Troy could speak on this a little bit more. He studied this a lot, but when you take the highs and the lows on this lower time frame, the Dow has taken the highs and lows of this previous cycle, and you see that, and now the ES and the Nasdaq are going to take out previous daily low finally, when the Dow already did. So now this is really a low probable. This is a low probability SMT now. Really not. I mean, Troy, you can drop it in chat if you're listening, but really not seeing much of anything at that point. So now we can just look for our setup. If this grabs and turns, we can go down a lower time frame and check it out. I tell you what, I like this 1 minute push right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like that push. Is it too close to the open? Not really. We're pretty good. I like that 1 minute push. I think we could continue this push. That's a nice push right there. Put it up on the board. I'm not sure exactly how far deep we are going to go here, but I do like that push. There's a nice institutional sell right there. It's looking pretty good. So we're low on the day. Do you sell low to go lower? Well, sometimes I do. In this case, that's previous daily low. If we don't have any wick right there or anything, then yeah, we could just push through and keep going. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm setting up on my side because I am going to take I think I'm going to take a stab here at that short. I like the sells. We'll see if this continues. I went ahead and went in right there. So I'm going to see. And then if this is wrong and it proves to be a reversal here, like a swing up, because we're breaking this 1 hour range. Let me see the 1 hour candle real quick. Yeah, we got 51 minutes, dude. Look at that 1 hour, how it just closes below this range. That's pretty bearish. So had it not formed like that, had this been a wick up here, I would think maybe a little bit differently about this. I did take a sell right there. I'm going to put that up for you guys to see. This is not anything but an institutional push. It is still within that weird kind of 30 minutes of the open. So a lot of times you do see, you know, and I'll just throw this out there as a catalyst. You see this, and then you'll see something like, you know, that's actually the direction for the day. If I'm wrong, no big deal. I just switch it up and go the other direction. It's not that big of a deal. But I am going to, hold on 1 second, guys. Where did that go? Trying to find the right screen. Oh, whoops. Okay, that's what's going on. Here we go. I unplugged my phone, that's why. I'm sitting here wondering why my phone isn't showing on the screen. It's not plugged in, Mike. Come on, man. Come on. All right. There we go. I think we get a push down. That's what I'm going to go for here. And let me share my screen. Let's see what happens. I think we could push down. This is a little consolidation. There is a shelf above us. So the first indication that this isn't going to work is if she eats into that shelf, right? So we'll see what happens if we do get a push down. We can potentially follow this trade. I don't think I might stack my order. Just kind of depends. So I might have another order up here. But that looks like a pretty decent sell. Once again, inside of this first like 30, 45 minutes of the open, you can get these kind of, I hate the fact that this is all consolidation. Usually I like it better when the market sort of does this, does that, you know what I mean? Kind of like gives 30 minutes of hell and then chooses. But I do like that. I do like the fact that we have this push. So we'll see what happens here. If I'm wrong, I'm going to exit and we'll continue to see if she respects us or not. So that would be a better entry back here. You just don't know if it's going to keep pushing or not. All right. Any questions, anything, let me know. The one strap for life setup is probably not going to show itself right now. We're going to be looking, you'd be looking to go long because you reached a previous daily low. So this is a momentum play short. This is not a reversal play, just to be really clear with everybody. So typically with the one strap for life setup, you're going to be looking for that reversal. If that ends up happening, then we'll look for the breaker right around this area. This would be your break of structure up here, and then we'll look to reverse the trade. But that's pretty cool, right? That like I kind of have two different methods, right? So if I'm wrong on the short, boom, I could, you know, get in with the long. So I took a long setup, $5 below PD, but to for $25 W. Nice job, Robert. No news today. Election soon. Low probability. Thank you, Troy. Yep, this is true. See this little wick right off of that previous daily low. That is you can make some money just with these little, you know, a lot of guys will be, what's going on there? A lot of guys will just take a little 10 spot right here. You know, there's your 10 points. Boom. Previous daily low, most likely going to bounce. There's your little 10 point. You're probably risking like 30 points to get that 10, but it's there. It's there if you want it. Yeah. Lower probability, especially since it's during this time where the market is, you know, still kind of getting the kinks out. But I don't not like the trade. What did we do back here? Did we respect this so far? Right, so far. So we'll see. Look at BTC. Look at Bitcoin. What did she do? Now, I drew this out when we first got on, right? This hour wasn't even there. What did she do? Right? Pretty wild, right? You were wrong. Did gold fly? Fly go? No. Gold's coming down. Gold's coming down. Looks like that 4 hour crossed. Yeah. So gold's coming down. That's the trend line that I drew up there earlier. So gold's looking like she might fade back. Look at the dollar. That's wild. The dollar is cruising up. Wow. Crazy. So what's an early indication if price is going, this is a 3-minute chart, right? Let's go to the 1 minute. What's an early indication here that price might want to reverse to go back up? I'm going to go back over to the 3-minute. An early indication, can somebody drop in chat? What's early indications that price might want to reverse and go back up? We listed out a bunch the other day. I just want to see if you guys took home any of that. Yeah, IFVG. That's the first one. Here is a fair value gap. So that would be, this is a 3-minute. I'm just going to put 1 minute, right? So 1 minute IFVG. So an IFVG, an inverted fair value gap, where candle closes above the fair value gap. What do we have up here? We have another 3 minute right here, right? This is another 3 minute fair value gap right here. So price would need to close above that. And if it did, most likely the next move would be some type of volume to break higher, a real good volume sort of spike right there, right? That would give me some confidence that this is really going to reverse, right? Right now, it's merely retesting, should come down here and create lower lows. That's what I'm expecting. Breaker block. Yeah, that's true as well. Breaker block. So by the breaker block, Michelle, the thing that I would probably say before we get into breaker block is how did it create the breaker block? I mean, you know, how does a breaker block get created? How does this become a breaker up here? Price does what? By crossing it, right? By breaking structure, right? So in order for this to become the breaker block, like price would have to, you know, break structure. So that's definitely an early indicator, right? What's even earlier than that though? So we have an IFVG. What else? Somebody tell me what else. Yeah, the change of character, Hugo, would be the break of structure, right? So structure breaking above. That's kind of the same thing as creating that breaker, you know, breaking structure, change of character. Yes, that would be an early indicator. If I shorted it, that would be an indication that it would push higher. You got to let your trades pan out. You got to let them breathe, brother. You got this. You're overthinking it, man. I'm telling you. Like, look at me. I'm in a short. Am I freaking out? Do I, like, it's all good. We're still going to come down. We're going to be down here. I'm just letting you know what's going to happen. So, you know, the trade could have been off the shelf. I could have stacked. I didn't stack my order, though. I'm not going to add on more risk right now. Closing a candle inside the previous shelf. Yes. Who is that? Amy. That's what's up. Yes. So if you close a candle, it's tough. Where's the shelf here? I mean, I don't know. Like this whole range, I usually go where the candles are at, the sticks, you know, the wicks, excuse me. If I see a fair value gap, I can highlight that, you know. So eating into this area and closing a candle body in that area like this, like price does that, right? And she closes a little higher, maybe up in here. Not great. Like that's a pretty early indication that we're definitely, you know, most likely we're going to push and we're going to break structure. We're going to go higher. And this was just the fake out to previous daily low, which is a target which we should be looking for, potentially a reversal. But it's all about how we get there, guys. And, you know, you got to make a decision one way or another sometimes, especially if you're seeing something that you're feeling confident about. In this case, I like this displacement. I like that push. I don't love the wick for a short, but that's also where the market wanted to go. Got a lot of buy orders right here. So we'll see if those get eaten up on the way down or if the market will hold. I'm expecting a leg down, and then I'm expecting this to be the shelf level. Right now we're in between a low and a high. This is the range. This is what I would consider the range here. Locked. My phone locked. Sorry. It's okay. We'll deal with it. I'll put my phone back up when I'm in profit. Tell you what, these glasses really help. I know they kind of reflect and I look nerdy, but they really do help. That blue light. Let's go down to the 1 minute. And we can kind of see that we've created a little structure here. And this gap, look at the gap on the 1 minute. That is your shelf. The gap from the swing to what this is now creating a swing is the shelf. So we'll see if market pushes up. You know, if we get some gnarly candles going up and breaking structure, then yeah, that was the manipulative move, and we going back up. It ain't over till it's over, dog. Now, where is kind of like the line in the sand for me? Well, it's right here. Right there. That would be the break of structure. So right, this is all chop. This means nothing. There's really nothing here. Yes, you have an IFVG on the 1 minute. You can look, but it's not too concerning. This is the IFVG here. Let me line that out. So I know a lot of guys trade off of that, and they would be going long right there. It's probably why it pushed. But I think market makers are going to take them home. They're going to turtle soup them. So if they're not out right there, they're about to be out. But yeah, this is a 1 minute IFVG. So I'll put that in here. There you go. $9.22. It's that time frame, that time of day where we usually see either a continuation push like that 9:30 or a reversal. So that doesn't sit right with my short here, huh? The reversal time. Yeah, it could definitely happen. But again, not really too concerned about it, because at the end of the day, you know, price can do what it does, man. No big deal. Start studio mode. There you go. Okay, cool. Yellow folder in 8 minutes. All right, that's cool. Probably not going to move the market though. Yellow folders don't really do too much damage. Crude oil inventories. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. Might move the dollar. Might move gold. Might move oil, obviously, but most likely not going to move anything else. Hey, if you're watching on YouTube and you're like, what is going on here? This is the trading group. You can come and check out the free group we have right here. Come check it out. We're going to be hosting a 1-day challenge. I got to get this to, where's it at? I got to get this to 50 votes. We're at 12. If we can get to 50 votes, we'll run another 1-day challenge, because it was awesome. It was a hit. It was a lot of fun. So you come in there, but this is the other main group that we have. This is where today I'm live streaming with the fam. And actually, sorry guys, hold on. I'm not even showing the right thing, am I? Am I showing the right thing? Let me see. Ah, sorry guys. This is the group. This is the free group. And in here, I'm posting trade ideas, I'm posting videos, I'm posting all sorts of stuff. And this is just a cool way to come in. We're going to be adding some stuff to the classroom, some content to the classroom in this free group. So if you're just, it's like your first time, you're wondering, you know, what's going on, come in here, check it out. We have our other group, our main group. This is with 1,000 members. And then we have a live group. So there's a lot of different opportunities to get with us and connect, trade with us in real time, like we're doing today. And what you're seeing right here is the live group. So back over to the charts. Here she comes. This next push should be, if it's going to push down, it's probably going to be a leg, right? So I'm expecting somewhere down here. And then, I don't know where that, oh, that's a 1 minute IFEG. This will be the shelf right here once she creates a lower low. Any questions? Like, any questions? I'm already assuming that this is a win, by the way. This is how I roll, man. Sorry for the overconfidence. How about I stay in here until I get a W for the day, no matter what? I'll make you that promise right now. How about that? Aggressive Mitch, you like that, baby? What's your question? How do you feel when posting, passing a shelf? Can you describe what you mean by that, brother? I'm not really sure what you mean. How do you feel safe? When do you... My gosh, my eyes, man. Even with these glasses, I can't see right. When do you feel safe passing a shelf? Yeah, be a little bit more descriptive on that, though. I still don't really know what you mean. When do you feel safe? Like price isn't going to come back to tap it? Is that what you mean? Or like that it's shifting direction? Because we could be shifting direction here too. I don't know. We never know. Nobody knows. That little gap right here is this is the area where, you know, if price is going to disrespect this, it's just less probable that we're going to continue down. If she respects it, then we're still within a range, and who knows what's going to happen. Oh yeah, because sometimes it can fake out. What do you mean? Like if it goes up here, but she still goes down? Like if she does something like this, but then she does that? Is that what you mean? Is that what you mean, bro? Yeah, exactly. Well, this is why I always just divert. I lean on range, right? I lean on structure. So look, here's the bottom of the range. Here's the top. That's the 1 minute. Okay. Now I know that 26, what are we at? We're at the end of this 30-minute candle. I could be looking at different time frames. I really have kept things super easy today for us. I could be looking at different time frames to determine how things look. Like you could look at this and you can see that this wick on this 30-minute was down here. I literally bought the tail end of that wick, didn't I? But look, you can see on this 30-minute, that looks like a push up, right? That looks like, oh, wow, long wick, we're going up. You could really get faked out by that. That doesn't mean jack crap. A lot of people will try to convince you that means something. It doesn't. All that means is that the market wanted to go down there and then it didn't. Because for all you know, the next 30-minute candle could do this. It could just be a big fat red candle going down. You don't know. Now, see, right here, this is, in this candle, it closes how long? 30 seconds? So I know that this new 30-minute candle is going to open up. What do I know about these candles? I know they're probably going to have a top wick and a bottom wick, right? So if this candle opens here, it's going to have to create a top wick, right? Look over on the right screen as well as I go up. So what are the odds? Look at the previous 30-minute top wick. You know, so what do we have? Like a top wick, like maybe like that high, maybe that high. What are the odds that that top wick is there? Probably not too high. But I also know that it's going to have a bottom wick. So how do we open? Look at the candle, how it opens. This is the new 30-minute candle over on the right. If it opens low and gives me a nice little bottom wick, but has no top wick, where do you think it's going to go? Probably going to go up to create the top wick. So here it's creating the top wick. It didn't even go down for more than a minute. It went down for like 10 seconds. So is it believable? Not really. It's still not believable to me. Now look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA bouncing off the shelf. This could be a problem for shorts, but it's also showing, hey, she wanted to go down. Does the market still want to go down? Or is she done? That's the question. We don't know. You don't know. I don't know. None of us know. So we just have to remain calm. Now here, yes, she passed the shelf. She closed the candle body into that range on the 1 minute. See that? But I'm on a tight little teeny weeny time frame. So it's just an early indication. But look at this pump. Does that signal to me, like, is this pump up? Does it look like the pump down? Not at all. So is this believable? No. And furthermore, she'd have to break this level and really pump. And then you know what I would do? I would buy. It's that simple. It really is that simple. So has she broken structure? Yes or no? No. Has she pumped? Even if she comes up here, maybe on a 30-minute, she comes up, wicks up above. So she wicks like right up here and then boom, crashes. Very probable as well. That could happen. Now you might be asking yourself, well, what's your stop in this scenario? And my stop is, do I believe that she's going up or not? Did price break structure? Did price create inefficiency, any type of volume, anything that's a little more believable? And when I look over here on this 30-minute time frame, I see, let me go down on a 15-minute. Okay, 15-minute, you got these wicks down here, right? A lot of people will be looking at those going, those are buying wicks. You might be right. I could show you a million places on the chart where you're wrong. I could show you a million times where it shows wicks and the price goes down there and fills the wicks. It's called range. Those aren't liquidity wicks. Those aren't super liquidity wicks where you have this insane long candle and a body going in the opposite direction, like a green body with a long bottom wick. That would be more like a liquidity wick. So now we're in this range where price is heading up in this range. It's getting like, this is traffic. This is traffic right here, right? So is this a selling opportunity for market makers? So meaning, let me show you what I mean. And we don't know, so I'm just going to keep it real. Look, what are we at on a fib? If I were to just fib that range, right? 9:30 reversal time, yes. Okay, so it's kind of adding up. Do we have SMT? Not that I see. Not that I see. They all grab the lows, so there's not that. But the 9:30, you're right, Mitch. You're right. That's the reversal time. You're right. I said that earlier. But is it showing that it's actually going to reverse? Like, you do have this break right here, a little bit. Not yet, man. If she's going to do it, she's going to push. And then I'll have to surrender and I'll believe it, And as I'm speaking, she might do that. But look, this is not broken structure. This is just discount sells. You're in premium on the range. So either the manipulation was down, we grab previous daily low, we break structure, and this could be an interesting area to possibly go long. It's just got to show some serious momentum up. That's all. And if she doesn't do that, then why would I get out of the trade if I don't think she's actually going to go up? Right? And I know as I'm speaking, she's kind of pushing, but that's just where it's at. Look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA is pushing up, creating a top wick first. You got a whole hour and you got a full 50, what is that? 55 minutes? 55 minutes. And she's created a tiny bottom wick. She's pushing up. So it's no doubt that the market's pushing up a little bit right now. But it's got to be a real break. It's got to be a forceful volume break. It's got to show me that it's going to go up, and then I'll believe it. Because right now you're at the tail end of this. This could just stop here. This could just turtle soup with the wick. And I'll tell you if I flip positions, but I'm not flipping yet. I want to see this. See this? That's some selling right there. I want to see that going up. If I don't see that, then I just can't get in the play. Price might go up, I might get out of the trade, but I can't get in. Does that make sense? I want to see that volume, big spaces, big candle pushes. Now, right here, it's honestly the moment of truth for the Nasdaq. So if the Nas is going to push higher, she's going to go. This will be a big volume candle. It'll push above the range. It needs to be significant. It needs to give a fair value gap. It needs to give something here that we can sink our teeth into, maybe on even a higher time frame or whatever. Maybe like a 3 minute. Let me see the 5. So early indication is what, right? Fair value. There's your inversion. So you do have an inverted fair value gap going up. So that does show bullish momentum. That's very true. Let me see the 15 real quick. I know I'm checking like one chart. Let me just look at this one chart. Yeah, still within a range though, man. Really hasn't done anything on the 15. You could go back up. I mean, we could retest the shelf up here again. On a 15, you haven't even broken structure till up here. I mean, there's too much telling me down for me to flip positions right now. It's really got to show me something. And guess what? When I flip, maybe I'll double my order, because I didn't go too heavy on this order. I went decent, but I didn't go too heavy. So maybe I'll double my order, man. Hey, it's up to me. Don't judge me. I know what you're doing. Oh, what? He's martingaling? Bro, I've made so much money martingaling, it'll freaking blow your mind. So don't judge me. I know someone's judging me. That's why I said that. Look at gold. Woo. Wish I held that trade instead of losing 8 grand. Shit. Sorry. Man. Rough. So Bitcoin, did she pass the shelf? Is she an early indicator? Yes, she is. Did she pass the shelf? No, she didn't. And she dropped a ton compared to the Nasdaq. Nasdaq hasn't done nothing, man. So that's another early indicator that we're going down. It sucks that I sold down here. I might stack another position. I just have, if I do that, I have to see something, and there's nothing up here I'm going to see. I'm not going to be doing that, because the break of the swing break now is down here. Right. So what I mean by that is like price needs to come down here and break. I do have a feeling we're going up, but it's going to be like a trickle up, and I'm not going to get out of this trade on a trickle up. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to wait. I'm going to see if she actually breaks this level with force. If she doesn't, I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to then look up here. Excuse me. Hold on. I'm going to look at something higher, like maybe this level right here. It's just not believable, man. Sorry. I know how these market makers think, bro. I'm in their heads. I'm like one with the market makers, okay? So she's going to dilly-daddle around. She's going to make people think she's going back up. She's going to induce. She'll build some liquidity up here. She'll probably pop up, give everyone a, oh, yeah. And then she's going to dump. She's just going to dump on everyone. That's what I think is going to happen. You guys all right? No one in trouble, right? Gotta take these trades light, dog. Gotta go light. Light. Then you won't be freaking out. It's when you don't take them light that you freak out. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Why would you freak out if you're not in trouble? Huh? Target for price, right here. It's not looking great because I do see this little pump, okay? But it's got to like fulfill the destiny and really give me that juice, dog. Let's go to the 15-minute. Let's turn on our Asia session range. Let's look. Yeah, I see that too. Thanks for the DM. What, I guess you want to remain anonymous or something, but okay, I see that. Yeah, London's high was not grabbed. I get that. Nothing was grabbed up above to go down. Doesn't mean you have to, right? We've seen tons of times where it doesn't. So It's just, would it feel better if it did? Yeah, it would feel better if it came up, fulfilled its destiny, came up here and grabbed. Maybe we take this long, maybe I switch positions here. It gives me some, but it's not too far. I mean, if it's going to go up there, maybe it surpasses all this and goes up to the 1 hour range or something. It did go to, hey, and we're range trading. What did it go to? The bottom of the range. Okay, well, it's bouncing there. It's probably going to go to the top of the range. Okay, yeah. Stop being such a negative Nancy on my trade. But no, I appreciate that. I do see London highs weren't grabbed. I get it. Yeah, the biggest thing here is like either we're going to really break and go down or we're not, right? It's one or the other. Here's the 1 hour. And, we didn't close a candle body down there. So there's nothing significant. But I want to show you what I would be looking at is 4 hour on a higher time frame. If in the next 3.5 hours we can close down here, then this could really continue. Because once we break this range, I think we can have lower levels for sure. Like down here, I think this is a great spot for price to go and tap. It's nice and sexy. I just think a lot of traders right here are putting their stops like right here on these higher time frames. Right here, great, right? That's why I have these marked. Yeah. All right. Lots of sell candles. Pop up, get that. Yeah, it's got to be forceful. Let's see. Let's see it happen. She's kind of spooling up. It feels like she's spooling up. Oh boy. Here we go. Great. Nothing better than coming back on a live stream. I told you I can't leave until I get a win, right? We might be in here for a while today. I'm just letting you know. I might be in here for a while today. I'm not stopping. I won't stop. Yeah, this is a moment of truth. Either she's going to break with some force or she's going to give up and go in the direction of the original trade. And if she doesn't, if she just kind of like trickles outside of this range and does her little thing right here and goes like this, right? Something like this. I'm going to have to wait for something better to happen. I can't get into that trade. I just won't be able to get into that. Shout out to Alex. Shout out to Jeremy Pennick. Man, blast from the past. Love you, dog. Wow. When I first moved to LA, I was 21 and I moved in with the most amazing, a guy that changed my life, guys. Like that's, dude. Wow. You're actually here, bro. Is that really Jeremy Pennick? Yes. He says he's got a new single coming out. Wow, brother. Love you, man. That's my bro, dude. Yo, what up? We made some great music. We did, bro. We absolutely did. This guy took me in. I had nobody in LA that I knew, and he took me in. He was a signed artist under, I forget what record label. He was in a band called Depswall. You guys go check it out. DEPSWA. And he took me in and just started making music and producing my music. He was like the first producer that I ever worked with in LA. Super talented. And we made a lot of music together. And he showed me the ropes, man. Without him, I don't know what would have happened because my car got repoed. I was singing on the street for money. And he would take me to work like every day, man. Dude, I'll never forget that, Jeremy. Hope you're well, bro. Like, shoot me a text, man. We got to talk. Thanks, man. You're super talented too, bro. Yeah, like it's crazy. The talent that was around him, um, man, it was insane. But I met my wife, he said. Yeah, I did. I met my wife, and man, that was that was the moment I had to decide, right? Touring and all that, it doesn't blend well with relationships. But my wife was supportive though. She said go do it. I just hated being away from her. Man, blessings to you, bro. Blessings to you, man. Thanks for stopping in, bro. Dang, that's crazy. I did not expect you to be in here. That's crazy. Yeah, Jeremy is like one of those people that just impacts other people's lives. Like there's certain people that can do that and they just have a lasting impact that you just never forget. He's one of those guys, man. You too, man. Yeah. Brothers from different mothers, baby. Yeah, like shoot me a message, man. I want to catch up with you. Would love to hop on with you. Dang, that's crazy. Wow. That's awesome. Awesome, bro. Jeremy Pennick, everyone. Damn, we got a legend in the house. Well, Jeremy, this is how you lose at trading. This is how you lose money trading. All right, so let's talk about what's going on real quick. This is that breakout. What I tell you needs to happen here. Volume, right? Let's go check out the 15-minute time frame. So what I'm looking at here are a couple things, all right? I'm looking at the shelf on the 15-minute time frame. Now, I'm not trying to hang on when I shouldn't be. I'm just looking at realistically, this could be retesting the shelf. This is an actual turnaround retest, not just like a one candle after it passes retest. So this could be the retest of that shelf. I also see, what do we see on this 15-minute time frame? Somebody tell me. It's not on the 30, but it is on the 15. Somebody tell me in chat, what do I see on that 15-minute? I'm not trying to hang on to the trade if I shouldn't be in it, but I cannot help myself from noticing these things. And when I see this, man, that makes me just kind of second guess this breakout, this quote breakout. We'll see if it is. If it is, it's going to push. But what is this right here? What do we have on this 15-minute? There's no bottom wick, right? There's none. What is on all these other 15-minute candles, guys? Right? So it makes me believe that maybe this is not a breakout after all. Could be just the retest of that 15-minute shelf. I'm not trying to hold. I'm not seeing the volume push. I'm not seeing what I told you I want to see. I told you what I want to see, right? I'm very clear. So although this was at my quote stop, this is how traders just get stopped out. I'm not seeing a real reversal here. I'm not even seeing a good break of structure here yet. I don't want to jinx myself. Damn. Seems like everything I'm saying that here's what I want to see for the opposite move price is doing. And sometimes that happens, guys. I'm just trying to walk you through my mindset. Jeremy says, thank you, bro. Mike is one of the most talented people. Sorry. I don't know that word. Redelient? What is that word? I can't even see, man. Thank you, though. It's a nice word. People that I've ever known. He's not a quitter. Don't sleep on Mike. He's a winner. Dude, thank you, bro. Man. Resilient. Got it. Thank you, Alex. Alex helping me out in chat. Hey, man, we finally got some people in chat talking, though. It's a guy that I've known for 30, like 20 something years. Jeez, we're old, Jeremy. We're getting old, bro. I say we. I speak for myself. I'm getting old. If you're still here, I don't know if you're still here, but man, I've known Jeremy for 20 years. 20 years, guys. Damn, Jeremy. I've known you for 20 years, homie. Wow. That's wild. 21, I moved to LA. Damn. That's crazy. Time just flies by. Anyways, I'm telling you what I need to see. I think he left, but I'm telling you what I need to see, and it hasn't given it to me, right? So why would I get out of the trade? This is why traders, and I'll say it again and again, 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 again. God, that's just nothing I can do, but just repeat myself. Traders lose because they don't understand these little things that I'm telling you. Traders lose because they create these stop loss ideas, and then their stop gets hit when there really wasn't a reason to get out of the trade. I have this here. It's a general rule of thumb. If it goes beyond it, guess what? I didn't over leverage myself. I'm okay. I'm perfectly fine. Where you get in trouble is where this is a certain percentage of your account and you're like, oh crap, I can't risk more than that. Or here's the real reason why people lose. They go like this. They go like this. They go, I'll just keep it going. I'll just keep it going. I'll just keep it going. I don't really know what's happening. And then they just lose a lot of money, right? Big portion of their account because they don't know what to look for. I told you what I'm looking for here, didn't I? I was very clear. We didn't see it. We did not see it. So why would I get out of the trade? Hey, look, what did we create on the 15? What did we create on the 15? Somebody type in chat, what did we create on that 15 minute? And now we're flipping, right? So now we're flipping and that did not happen. So I'm going to delete that. Now we're flipping. What did we create right there? Type it in chat. What did we create? I'm going to laugh when this comes all the way down and breaks the low. We created the bottom wick. Yes, we created the bottom wick on the 15. That's right. That's right, guys. Good stuff. What did we do up here? From what the looks of it, guess what we did? We just went and retested a shelf. I should have just added right there, but it's kind of risky to add right there. The reason why it's a little risky to add right there is just because of the time. I know Aggressive Mitch had said it earlier. It is that reversal time period, that 9:30 sort of reversal time period. Okay, so we got to be careful when that time period comes. Just got to be aware. I'm not saying don't trade or something. And look, what's funny is all these were what? These were buying wicks, right? So I'm going to laugh when price eats all that up and we end up breaking that low and closing down there. The reason why I say all that is because I think a lot of traders look at this, new traders, and they'll go, oh, there's buying pressure. Oh, well, it must be going up. Don't fool yourself looking at these candles, guys. They mean nothing. They don't really mean anything. It's where the candle closes according to the only thing what did I tell you guys wins? Volume. How many times I got to say that? What wins every time? Volume. Where's the aggressive push? If I had to ask you in this field of view right here, that's what I want you to look at. Where's the push? Up or down? Really look. Use your eyes, man. We have these candles for our benefit. Just look. Now, it could change on a dime, and that is true, okay? And that's the hard part about trading. I can't sit here and say it's going to happen every time. But look, that's a push, right? Was this a good push up? Not really. I explained it as we were pushing. I told you, not very good. This is not even that great. This was okay. Let me show you a good push. Ready? Let me show you you know what a good push is? Let me show you how you can identify it. Use your eyes. Where's a good push? You can see them all over. Now you might be looking and go, oh, wow, well, that pushed up, but then, ooh, I would have gotten taken right there or something, right? Or that pushed down, but boy, it went right back up. Well, the magic to this is that you're going to understand levels and time. This is in the afternoon. Would you be trading at the end of the day when the market closes? I don't think so. Okay. How about this one? That's not very sexy. How about this? How about that? I traded this yesterday. This is a win that I took yesterday. Now, why would I trade this? Well, because we broke here. It was during kind of a quieter time period, like 10:30, 11. But we got this pushed down. I went in right here. After we broke this, closed, I went in right there. I wrote it down. I was out. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for like the craziest continuation, yada, yada. Just like as if you're going to get a reversal going, you shouldn't expect that it's just going to reverse and go all the way to external liquidity. Like, it's most likely not going to happen is what I'm saying. We got news coming out tomorrow, right? So are we, and this is a question I'm going to ask you guys. What do you think? Are we high in this? Let me go to a 4-hour. Are we high in this range? What do you think? Where are we? We got news coming out tomorrow. And here's the bottom of the range, right? On this 4-hour. Here's the top of the range right here. Let's just call it the swing point here. We're kind of like at equilibrium right now, So it could be, and I'm just throwing this out there as another kind of something I'm thinking about. Maybe price does go and grab previous day low, like over here, these equal lows or something. But maybe she doesn't come down here, Maybe we just kind of mosey around. We could even go up a little. Maybe we stay like in this relative range right here, because this is like the middle ground from the 4-hour until news hits. Because price is really mellow today. And that's one of the things I'm noticing. The price is super mellow. Of course, we can look here and we can see, all right, the more aggressive push was down. Yes, this is true. Okay, let me go down to the 1 minute. The more aggressive pushing was down, but the reality is that this is really low volume, right? So if we're not seeing a lot of volume in the market, it's kind of hard to get behind the move, is what I'm telling you. So I don't know if we're going to break down too much today is my point. I don't know if we're going to come down here, So knowing that, what can I do in this trade? Well, knowing that now, I should have known that earlier, right? I should have kind of, I guess being in the trade long enough has made me kind of reanalyze a little bit. But I will tell you that I could aggressively manage this trade. I could take off some position sizing even when it comes down, if I can get a break even to it. I'm not going to necessarily just get out of the trade, especially if I'm expecting that lower low to get broken, which I am. I'm expecting lower lows. Right here is my target. But that's not really a great target. You might look at this and go, well, you risked that much to make that much. Let me give you a secret for all the people who think they know. First of all, winning is winning. All right? As long as you don't put yourself at risk or risking too much. This is a safe bet. According to my account size, I've showed you earlier. I'll show it again. I told you I'll show you when I'm in profit. But I could handle this drawdown. No, not a problem. Okay, I'm willing to handle that drawdown. You may not, right? So position sizing is everything. It's Paul Tudor Jones says that the best traders in the world understand money management and how to protect their capital. So that's what I always think about. I default to that. So yeah, I mean, like when I see somebody that has all the time a bad risk to reward, right? I don't love it, right? Because it's typically, dude, if you're a new trader, you're gonna get wrecked. If you're trying to risk, I'll let it be in drawdown 100 points, but I'm only gonna take 10. Yes, if you go back test that, you're gonna win like 90% of your trades. But that one time you lose, or those 2 times you lose, it's like you just did all that work for nothing, So the trick is, here's the trick. The trick is that when you get into profit, you need to learn, and I think it is learned over time, how to push your winners and how to learn how you, and it is a learned thing, how you got to learn how to trail stop correctly. If you can do that, you'll be able to get these fat winners. And then the losers, you just want to understand, like what I was saying earlier, understand, structure enough and volume enough to where if it's showing you that, hey man, this is the idea that you had is wrong. As soon as you get to a place where you kind of know those, like you can feel confident, I should say, you feel like you know it better, which gives you confidence, the more profitable, that's when you'll actually be a profitable trader, in my opinion. It's not following ICTs, whatever. Like, dude, don't even get me started on that. But yeah, it's none of that. It's just basics of structure and then volume. And I'll throw liquidity in there because I think liquidity is important to understand where it's at on the chart. And it's really easy. Like seeing where liquidity is at, the easiest thing in the world. You just zoom out, you go to a higher time frame, like a 4 hour is great, a 1 hour is good. You just zoom out and find the swing points, and this is where traders are putting their stops here, they're putting them here, they're putting them here. They're probably putting it here on this swing, probably there on that swing, there on that swing. Okay, now where's the pool? Well, let's see, where do these overlap? Right about there. Okay, that's where I think liquidity is at. It's that simple. There you go. You just learn liquidity in like 10 seconds. That's it. That's all liquidity is. And for larger orders from market makers, they need to push price, which is pretty easy to do, to manipulate. Be honest with you, it doesn't take that much money to manipulate. And they'll push price into these liquidity pockets. That's where they'll actually fulfill their massive orders. And that's where you see zones broken, structure swings taken, zones broken, price pushing, etc. So if price was going to be, if this was going to be the swing, if this was going to be the fuel up right here, where market makers were going to then push to the upside, don't you think that there would be some volume here? Just didn't happen. Maybe they gave it a little push, right? They let the market, they let retail push it up. Maybe they helped it out a little bit. And then right up here, they don't want structure to break, because then it's like, oh, then I got to fight retail. Everyone thinks structure's broken too. We got to, out here, we just got to grab these little, pockets of liquidity, mask our orders to go short, and then they're pushing the market in the intended direction. I'm giving you a scenario. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't see a lot of volume from that level yet. I would expect more volume here to push down. So it just tells me low volume in the market. That's it. It goes back to that. It goes back to we're having a low volume day. That's just all there is to it. Does that mean price doesn't move? No. It just means we're having a low volume day. And listen, if you're joining me for the first time, if you're in, if you're watching on YouTube especially, like, come in to the free group. Okay, go take the 1 day challenge, and I'll show you, I'll prove to you exactly what we do. It's not hard. Like, in my opinion, trading's not hard. The hardest thing is yourself. Like, it's just your own, it's your own mental blockage. Whether that be because you're scared of the money you're going to lose, or whether that be that you're not confident, That's right. Aggressive Mitch, it doesn't matter whether you win by an inch or a mile, as long as you win. I am noticing something else that's kind of weird. I don't know if this is like a thing, but do you guys see this? I had it up earlier. I deleted it. But it's like she's really just following this trend line, right? It's weird because she's kind of just really respecting that line. It's kind of interesting. But what I see when I see a trend line, you know what I see? Anyone want to guess what I see? When I see a trend line, you know what I see? Anyone want to guess? Anyone want to try to guess what I see? Do you care? Everyone's like, we don't give a crap what you see. You're in drawdown, bro. What do you know? Come on, man. Don't be short-sighted. Opportunity? Nice. I like that. Yeah, I see opportunity. I see liquidity. I see liquidity. It's like I see dead people. I see liquidity. Boom. 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 And when she gets there, it's going to be aggressive. It's going to be aggressive, Mitch. No pun intended. But when she finally decides to break, I don't know if it's right now, but when she does, it'll be aggressive. It might even be off of news, right? Choop, just grab. That's what I think. And that's what I see. I see liquidity when I see these trend lines like that. And I talk about it in one of my structure videos. And, you know, this is how a lot of other traders trade. They trade off of trend lines and breaks of these trend lines. It's not a horrible way to trade, especially because you have to think if I'm expecting that, then the trend line break is good. Now there's certain rules to this, right? Some trend line traders will tell you need X amount of data and you need this many touch points, and they try to make it mechanical, but that's sort of why, you know, it doesn't work for a lot of people, is because you can't make price mechanical. You can't make a trading strategy too mechanical, or else you're just chained. And then you'll realize very quickly, if you guys have, tell me if this is you've had like this really strict rules, maybe you followed, and you're just getting paper cut. It's like, what the F? I'm following all these rules. It's like the chain, right? And what I'm showing you today with this, right? This is where I had my quote stop, but I didn't get out of the trade. Gee, I wonder why that is, right? So it's because I'm not bound by rules. You don't rule me. You know what rules me? Price action. What rules me is my money management. Hey man, I know I talk a lot, but damn, we still got 21 people in here, you know? So oh man, that's funny. I do talk too much, I know. All right. Guys, I'm gonna take a quick break. All right, let's pray to the bear gods and get a little droppy drop. All right, I'll be back. There's nothing to do right now, but just chill out. So I'll be back. Type 1 in chat if you learned something today. You felt like you showed up and your time was worth it. and be honest. Type 2, if you didn't really learn anything, but you just enjoyed the session. Type 3, if you think things should be a little clearer, I wasn't clear enough. You know, things could be like, there needs to be like a suggestion box, which there is, by the way, but I'm just throwing that out there. I always want your feedback. I always want it real. I want it honest, truthful. And like, if you guys have any feedback for me to get better at this, like, let me know, because I'd be more than happy to like take your suggestions and throw them away, because they don't mean anything. I'm just going to keep doing what I do. I kid. I'm kidding. Thank you for the honest feedback. And you know, I didn't mean to put anybody on blast in chat. I should have just dropped an anonymous poll. But by just trying to, you know, just trying to get your feedback. What's up, Rocket? How you doing? Welcome. I'm asking quite a bit. I don't know, man. Am I? Well, if you're trying to think that I'm going to take it all the way down here, then yes, I am asking a lot. But I probably won't I probably won't write it all the way down. We'll see. I'm going to go off a structure, and I'm going to show you how we would manage this trade. If I can get in profit, I might be in here a while. I'm not allowed to leave today until I have a W, so might be in here just a while. If price ends up breaking structure and going back up, it needs to show a particular amount of volume for me to believe it. And if you were in here earlier, if you weren't in here earlier, I explained what I'm looking for at the top and the reason why I did not get out of the trade. But yeah. Oh yeah. Profit targets. Profit target is probably not going to get tapped all the way down there, but it surely could. I mean, if this is going to break the trend line and really show some volume right here, then it surely could. We just don't know, Rocket. You know what I'm saying? Awesome, bro. Welcome. Cool. But yeah, came up here, didn't show a forceful break, didn't show me anything. And on a 15-minute, it was just a retest of a shelf. So I ended up staying in, and it was very clear, very, very clear on, at least I thought I was. Oh man, who's in let's see over here. Where we at? Who, don't lie, who's in profit on this trade? Who ended up like taking a short up here, you didn't trust, whatever. It's okay. You got a better entry. When this slams down, I'm gonna laugh. Look at the selling volume coming into play. This should break. I'm gonna guess that this is gonna break. My better judgment here. This with this selling volume here, it just shows you got stopped out. Wow, why would you do that? It's the only reason why traders lose, they get stopped out. It's okay, Alan. There'll be a next one, baby. Look at that. What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you about the volume? There it is. Luckily, I am in profit still. Okay, well, now I'm in profits. Can I show my profit now? Now that I'm in profit? Now we should cruise. This is going to cruise. This is nice. Keep going. Give me one more, and then I'll be more confident. You guys like that? You guys like them apples? How you like them apples? Hold on. I'll show you. There's my profit. Boom. There it is. I don't lie, man. You want to see what I did? This is my last 30 days. Okay? I'm not super proud of that, but it is what it is. What else you want to see? Want to see my last 6 months? Here's my last 3 months. Here's my last 6 months. Yes, I had a pretty gnarly withdrawal. I'm going through withdrawals as we speak. This is what I'm already up today. Okay? This is where I'm at. So I'm showing you where I'm at, and I'm showing you where we're going. This is the profit target I made. This has nothing to do with anything on the chart. So I'm just going to delete it because that's the leg down. Now what do we have? Here we go. Let me show you how to manage the trade. I'm going to show you from my phone if you don't mind. So I'm going to show you how we manage a trade like a G. Okay. First thing has to happen is this shelf needs to get, price needs to come back and tap it or create consolidation right here before I move my stop loss down. Before I have a trailing stop. I'm going to try to get this exactly where I entered. It's hard because I'm using a CFD broker. I'm not trading futures, so it's different charts, but that's pretty much where I got in. If this can continue, which I would appreciate price to do, then I can actually show you how we would trail stop and how we could manage this. If it doesn't, then it'll be short-lived and I'll go back into drawdown. And but hopefully we get this little push here. And I'll leave this up on the screen. Can you guys see that? Yeah, everyone can see that. Oh, okay. Here, let me clean things up for you guys. Here you go. We're just interested in the 1 minute now since we're in profit. We should be able to continue to push. This should definitely go down. So nice volume. This is beautiful volume right here. See that impulsiveness? Where was the other impulsive? What told us this right here? Right? So it's just another impulsive move. I would really enjoy a price to go down, but something I said earlier, and I just want to back up to that. Let me show you what I'm going to do with this trade real quick, because I did want to reduce my volume here. I'm actually going to take off half. I'm taking off half the volume, right? I'm half as confident that we're going to go down. So why would I leave full volume? I totally forgot to do that. So I'm taking off half the volume. Okay. So feel good about taking off half the, plus I'm up for the day. Why am I going to risk, you know, the 2,500 I'm up, right? So I'm half as confident because there's low volume, but this should continue. This is a really nice push. I'm looking for price to come back, tap this shelf, which she's looking like she's trying to do. And one thing I want to see on the right, I want to look at my higher time frame. We go to a 4 hour. See how we took those equal lows? Damn, she's grabbed a lot of liquidity here. See this trend line? See how she grabbed a lot? Now, she doesn't have to come all the way down here, guys. You know, I'm going to give another little line. This is really where I'm interested. I think price could push to this level here. I think that's where maybe she's going. We'll see. Not a lot of volume, so we'll see. Okay, does everyone see this correctly? Here, let me pull this over. There you go. We should get another leg down. Now, when we do the other leg down, unfortunately, I have, you know, this is just where my entry is. So at that point, that's when I'm going to set a break-even stop, because she's already tapped this shelf. So she has no business coming back up here. She's going to continue with a nice, forceful, smart money, big money kahuna trade. Okay, she has no business coming back up here. So here she goes. Let's create the leg. When she creates the leg, she'll have a shelf right here. If she does, I'm really hoping she does. Okay, so that way I can at least show you guys how I'm going to manage this trade. Oh, I'm sorry. There you go. Really hoping she does. So, because it's no fun talking about it and then not being able to show it, man. Looks like she is. She's got 11 seconds. Last 5 seconds. Let's see. Last 5 seconds. Push. Nope. Next candle. I want to see her open high. There we go. Open high. There you go. No bottom wick, right? There's filling that imbalance between this last 1 minute candle. So see how she's filling it in, but I don't want to see her come back up here because then it's another struggle to get down. This is nice. Fill the imbalance and then boom. Flip and go. And we'll see that probably the last 30 seconds of the candle. Who's with me? Who's with me? Hugo's with me. Hugo knows what's up, bro. I told you. Be careful. I don't play, bro. A lot of these guys out here play around. I don't play. I'm kidding. All I do is play, dude. Are you kidding me? I love this. What's cool is I get to play around with some people I like. No joking around. Very serious. Yes. I give these ICT rants that don't really mean jack. You got to have discipline and patience and blah, 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 blah. But I faked my withdrawal, and I've never actually traded profitable in front of people. But but believe me, this is what's happening. Whatever. Yes, I'm sort of a hater because he's full of crap. I don't know, prove me wrong. Show me the withdrawal that he didn't fake. Sorry. Oops. Did I say that on live stream? Uh-oh. He's coming after me now. I just think he's like a bad person, dude. He said some wild stuff. It's just, I don't know, man. I'm not here to judge, though. Whatever. All right, so show me that forceful continuation move, baby. Don't do this whole stalling. This is good. This is good little consolidation. So this is what we want to see. We want to see price consolidate. It's just the longer it consolidates for, the more like kind of less probable it becomes that it's just going to continue the trend. But this is a nice little retest. Nothing to be concerned with. Nothing's happening yet, right? Where I would get a little concerned, okay, I'm just, the early indication would be right here. This is your 1 minute. This is this would be your 1 minute fair value gap. So that inefficiency should be respected and filled. This is also your prior swing level. This is also your shelf now. This is also a breaker over here. So you got a 1 minute breaker block. Lots of things I'm looking at. So this should be respected and turn down and create a lower low. That's what should happen. Either way, I'm glad that I reduced my order sizing. So that was a good move. We didn't break structure till right here. This move was very short-lived if this is a reversal right here. And again, that comes from it being a low volume market, really choppy. It's been like this. We're inside of this weird 1 hour range thing over here, you know? So I'm not trying to make excuses for why it's not dumping. I don't know if it's going to dump or not. But what I tell you, it doesn't have to go too much for, look at how further, look at this trend line and look at how deep it went. Oh, it already kind of grabbed, right? But it could still, it's still going to go, guys. I'm going to say it's still going to go. Look at the 1 hour volume of these candles. This is going to go. I actually bet it does reach this right here. I bet that's the target, or at least one of them. That's where I would be waiting. Yeah, I'm going to wait. I would have to really show some volume up. Do you understand? Like, I'm going to have to be convinced. And look at gold. Oh, guys, do you know how that badly that hurts my soul right now? You guys understand how bad that hurts, right? Like, I would be over I'd be over 230 in the account right now if I didn't take that L. Freaking A, man. All I had to do was hold. I told you, look at the little circle. I said, this is where it's going. Look at what it hit. And then boom. Ah, and I got out. What a fool. I'm the one who tells you what? What do I tell you? I say the only reason you lose is why? Because your damn stop loss gets hit, right? So, I mean, come on, man. Look at Bitcoin. Look at poor Bitcoin. Anyone take that short that I called like days ago? Anyone look at this and take this and say, you know what? Mike's the G, bro. I'm a ride or die. Anyone take that right there? I don't blame you if you didn't. You know why? Because Bitcoin's scary, bro. You know what I mean? Bitcoin's, when she's in a bull market, she's scary. But look, what did I just tell you earlier? If you rewind the stream, what did I say was going to happen? Right? And not that I always get it right. I'm just saying what's most probable. This isn't, honestly, it's not rocket science. I'm not the smartest tool in the shed, I promise. But this is exactly what I saw, and I called it out. That's the shelf. We made a leg down. What did we do? We went and retested the shelf. What are we doing? We're making the next leg down. So this is going to become the shelf. What should price do in this case? This is just learn structure. Learn structure. If you could learn one thing, I will teach you. Come join the free group if you haven't already. If you're watching on YouTube or whatever, and I will teach you firsthand. I will teach you. No BS. No like trying to upsell you into my paid group. I have that if you want it. I'm not going to try that. I'm just going to show you. Because there's enough room for all of us to win. And I win pretty freaking consistently. And the fact that I'm here doing it live, I've been doing this, dude. I've been doing it. I've been doing it, man. These are my people right here. This is my crew right here. This is my ride or die. Right in here. I've been doing it. 15 months plus, live. They've been having to deal with my annoying voice for 15 months. I know people like Stuart are like, damn, you know what? It's all about been 15 months. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. You laddered in the shorts? Dude, no, you didn't. Send me the screenshot. Dude, I love that. Hell yeah. Let's go, Stuart. Let's go, bro. That's what I'm talking about, dude. And then it's like, okay, who are the most profitable people in the Midas Touch? Like Stuart's up there, man. He's consistent, you know? So it's got to like wake up. Hello, what's he doing? Dude, he's taking action. He's listening. I'm just saying, man. I'm not saying I always get it right. You know, there have been times I get it extremely wrong, but he takes action. Look, what did we do? What did we do right here? Look at this perfect little tap of that shelf. So hopefully this can continue. I'm definitely more bearish than bullish right now. 1000% more bearish than bullish. So I do think this will give me an opportunity to manage this trade. Now, let me explain something. I know I don't have the stop. I know I don't have the my stop loss showing correctly. Let me fix that. Okay. Where is this at? Because I do want to explain what's going on. Why is this so difficult? What's going on? Come on. There we go. Okay. Why can't I put a break even stop? Remember what I said earlier, right? I said, here was my stop. Okay. Price came up. I didn't get out of the trade. Didn't show me what I need to, whatever. Okay. Why can't I? Because it never, this isn't, once we break this shelf, this swing low right here and create a leg down, then this will have officially completed its thing that it does. I don't know. Maybe ICT is right. Maybe it's an algorithm. But anyways, it filled that 1 minute fair value gap. It tapped the shelf. It completed its destiny. Now it's going to create the leg down. And when it does that, I can officially take my stop loss and create a break-even stop because now I'm protected by this shelf that's already been tapped. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Now, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. When this, come on, just can we speed up time? Somebody have the cheat code for that? Once this breaks, here's what I'm expecting. A break, a retest of this shelf, and this. I'm expecting this. In a perfect world, right? That's what I would be expecting. So check this out. Here's how I'm going to manage this trade. There's the break, right? I don't know if it's going to be a tap or a break, but we need to close down here. So check this out. Once it does that, where should price go? Well, it should just go back to the shelf, right? Should it come right here? No, that's not good structure. If it comes up here, most likely we're going to the top of the range. So where can I put my stop? If you haven't caught on yet, I'm going to show you. So now stop at break even. Here we go. So you see me manage this up here. There's my stop. Break even, set. All right, risk free. Let's go. Power to the people. Now, as this cruises, let me show you what we'll do. I'm going to line this out. This hasn't retested, has no top wick on this, so it's most likely going to pop up here. Sometimes it doesn't. It's a 1 minute time frame. Got a grain of salt, right? She's cruising down pretty good right now. So if she doesn't tap this, right, and she continues to push, then what I'll do is I'll bring my stop, and she's just not even close to being there just yet. So we got to let it go. We got to Elsa it. Now look, no top wick on this candle, right? What do I think price is going to do? I think she's going to come up here, create the top wick, tap the shelf, and then move down. So why would I put my stop loss at a place where I think price is going? Does this make sense? I wouldn't. Right? So that's why I have it up there. Where could I put the stop? I could put it right here. Do you see my screen? So I am going to put it there. Let me show you where I put it. Is this my stop? Yeah, this is my stop. I got to label this. Stop. We'll do trailing stop loss, TSL. Check this out. Should it go up here? No. Not according to structure. It should not. Could it go up there and tap and still go down? Yes. So maybe I'll get it at the top of the range a little bit safer. You know what I mean? I think I got it more to the bottom. Put it up here just a little bit. This is my first management of this trade. Okay. So has she tapped? No. What am I doing? Chilling. Not doing anything, dude. Relax. Let price freaking breathe. Okay. Now, if she cruises down hard and she gets some type of like crazy volume and she, you know, we don't come back and tap the shelf or anything like that, and we're way down here, I'll have to start trailing price accordingly. Okay. But I'm just not there yet. And this is how you get big winners. I'm showing you right now how you do it. So hopefully she gives it to us, because we don't know if she's going to give it to us, right? Sorry, I've neglected the chat on YouTube. My bad. Rocket says 1,000 orders came in at 22.10. Interesting. That's interesting. Do you usually aim for an RR or depending on the chart? It depends on the chart, and it depends on, I definitely have risk rewards, but I'm not one of those traders who are going to make you get a paper cut after paper cut and lose. And that's what all of them do. Like, I don't know one person online teaching the way that I'm teaching, like the actual way to make money. I don't think any of them do. I really don't. I don't think, like, show me your broker statement and I'll believe you. But like, you just setting these risk to rewards where, you know, you just have this really tiny risk to reward and you're expected to win more than lose, according to your risk being more than what your reward being more than your risk, like a 1 to 3. I've seen this guy 1 to 3, set it and forget it, dude. Great. The fact that you own your own brokerage doesn't help your story, bro. Like, I'm sorry, I don't buy it. I think that if you look at like Larry Williams, Dennis Richard, you know, you go back and you really study the greats, the traders of our, you know, not even our lifetime, but ever, right? The greatest traders that ever did it. They never set tight stops. In fact, they were dollar cost averaging in most of the time. That's how institutions do it. That's how banks do it. You have to understand sizing. And you have to understand what we call average range, an average daily range and average candle range. And then you have to understand time and how to trade during the times where there's volume, and you need to understand what that volume equals, right? What is the average distance on a 1 minute candle during from 9:30 to 10 a.m., right? After the market opens. So I'm giving you more details here than probably I even need to, but basically my thought on risk to reward is, why would I get out of this trade? If this was my TP and price comes down here, why the hell would I get out of that trade? Dennis Richards, Larry Williams, all the greats, they would never get out of that trade down here if price or structure, or they weren't seeing something where it was saying that, hey, we're done. Does that make sense? So when I go for like a 1-to-1 risk to reward and I have it set up on the chart, doesn't mean anything to me, dude. All it means is that that's kind of where I'm thinking up here is kind of where I have my stop. That's where I'm thinking price would need to show me a breakup structure that was meaningful up here. You know, show me something that's meaningful. When I was down on a 15, we went through this. If you were in the chat, I went through it very, very descriptively and explained that this was a 15-minute shelf that price was tapping, and I was not believable, so I didn't exit the trade. It's that simple. So it allows me to get insanity risk rewards where I can just win. How about that? Hey chat, how about we do this? Instead of worrying about your R's, because all these guys talk about your R's, dude, let me give you a hint, okay? All you gotta do is win. I don't give a crap. God does not care about your R's. He doesn't care where your stop loss is, right? The charts, you think market makers give a damn where your stop loss is at? No, they don't. Okay. So just focus on winning. Focus on getting the direction correct. Who's with me? Focus on that. Okay. Here's how you can become a better trader right now today. Take your sizing. Finish my sentence, chat. Finish my sentence. The guys who know me and been trading with me, I'm going to put this up here. Finish my sentence in chat. What can you do right now today to become a better trader? Take your sizing and what? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There you go. So these guys know when you do that, Is trading as fun? Do you get the rush like you do at a casino? No, you don't. So sorry, you're not going to have the trading rush that you're used to. Sorry, but guess what you're not going to have? You're not going to have any stress. Zero. That's the game. That is the game. The market makers play off of your stress. They play off of it, man. So avoid it by taking your trading size and cut it in half. And then guess what? Do one more thing for me, for yourself. Cut it in half again. I know, oh no, but I only have a $500 account, or I only have this much, or whatever. When you do that, you're ensuring that the market makers can't F with you. They can't F with you, bro. You're un-F-wittable because you have no emotion. What the hell do I care about $5? Your goal is to win. And then little by little, what you're going to do is once you get confidence, once you start to get confidence in your trading, once you start to get consistent with your trading, you'll start increasing your sizing. Little by little, by little, by little, by little. Right? Can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys hear me all right? Okay, loud and clear. Good. So that's my rant. There's my rant on how you can become a better trader today. Now, if this doesn't give it to us, then it's not going to give it to us. We did dip. Price could come right back up, test this high. I'm going to be out of the trade if she ends up doing that. Now, what is this? This is less probable now. Yes. How do we know? Well, the probabilities come into play when we start eating into this shelf. That's the first thing. So once we start eating into that, it becomes a little less probable. Now, this is not believable just yet, but you know, it doesn't take much to just pump up here where I have my stop. So the question is, you know, take the win or press it, right? What do I got here? $500. We'll see what she does right here. The next couple minutes are going to be interesting. Let's go and take a look at a 3-minute time frame. So sometimes you look at like a higher time frame and you realize, oh, the shelf is just right up here on that time frame. So you might want to give it a little bit more room. But in this case, I really don't see that. Let's look at the 5. We probably got nothing. Oh, we do have something on the 5. Okay, yeah. So the 5-minute, look, we got 2 minutes to go. So there's also time. So in 2 minutes, could the 5-minute come up here, wick, and that just be a wick, and the candle body respect this shelf? Absolutely, dude. So I almost want to make sure I give it enough time more than anything. Instead of focusing on where I'm at, I can always adjust my stop. I want to give this enough time. Does this create an IFVG? Right? Look at this fair value gap right here, right? Does price create the IFVG on this 5-minute, or does it respect it? Right? So there's as price is starting to maybe shift, that's when I start analyzing. It's not before then. If price just kept going down or tapped this and it was real fast or whatever, I wouldn't even be going into it. But now that she's kind of closed that 1 minute up there, that is a little concerning. I want to see that. Now what I want to see is the opposite direction get hit. And she might rocket ship up. Who knows? But look, this is the 1 minute FVG right here. So I want to see that inversed 1 minute FVG. I want to see that get inversed, right? There's my stop right there. Just kind of taking a look at it. There's that 1 minute FVG. I want to see price disrespect this and go back down and continue the structure that she is currently in. Top of the range right up here, right? What is this? Oh, that's my stop loss. Top of the range is up here. We'll just put a dot right here. Okay, bottom of the range down here. What are the odds? The odds are, in my opinion, the odds are that she continues this structure. Now, does that mean that she does it from this level? You're talking about, how many points is this? This is like 10 points, dude. This is nothing. She could just hop up there in one little second. So like, could she come up here, retest, and then go down? Absolutely. But it's all about where you're at for the day. Do you want to risk it? What do you want to do? Where are you at in your life? So that's really the question, right? You'll see me take $500 wins all day because $500 for the day is cool. I'm fine with that. Like, whatever. This is $200 and something plus the other $200 that I took home. So, you know, it'd be like a $500 day. I think my stop is just a little higher. I think it's like right up here. Yeah. So we'll see what happens, but 5 minutes about to close. We got, oh, it already did. So check this out. Okay. So now look, we created a BPR. So this is this 5 minute fair value gap that got inversed, right? So that's an early indication the price could be reversing. Question is, do you want to press it and ride it up? But it would have to show some volume here. So there's a 5 minute. This is 5 minute turns into a 5 minute IFVG. That's what that is now. A lot of times price will come and retest that before going up more. So what we want to see is this 1 minute right here inversed. And we want to see that 5 minute IFVG disrespected. And none of that matters as much as what? Structure. None of that matters as much as structure. So as much as we want to give it credit, not the FVGs are great to understand and all that, but none of that matters as much as structure. Even if it bounces up, doesn't mean anything. It may not change structure on a 15 minute and you'll still come down for the day, right? I think this is a great target for price. Whether she gets there or not, I don't know. Okay, looks like my stop is about to get hit. I would love to have had this continue and show you a real big trade today and, you know, have that every day. We had it the other day. We had it yesterday, actually. We had a nice trade yesterday. But this just looks like she's going to hit my stop. Potentially, she'd have to turn right there, which I don't mind. She can do that. Perfectly fine with that. 400, 200. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to let it rock. Maybe the trading gods step in right here and they say, no, go back down to your home. If she came back down here, if price could get down here and breaks this level, this would be your new shelf right here. Okay. I'll just kind of show you what I would be doing. And so we have this shelf now becomes safety. If price is down here, this shelf becomes safety. I take my stop, I move it to the shelf. If price can retest this shelf and stay under it, something like this, if she can retest, even if she goes back into consolidation or the bottom of this range, I can now move my stop to this shelf. And that's how I get the most out of my trades. Okay. At its very basic level, but you got to be patient. You can't be scared. Even if you're up a lot, you got to let it play out, because there's going to be more times where it doesn't run and it goes back and does something like this, where I think it's probably going to hit my stop. But those couple of times where you just get those massive winners, that's where you're going to be like, dude, I'm so glad that I followed that way of trailing, right? Hopefully that makes sense. We'll see if this hits stop. What did I take on that? 147. Okay. Yeah, it looks like she might pop up. She's just already eating into this range, so I have to assume that she might want to go to the top. That doesn't mean that she breaks here. But it means that a little bit more likely that she pops up. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully she comes on down, baby. You guys doing all right? We doing all right? I love that comedian. Who's that guy? Forgot about that guy. Anyone know who I'm talking about? I totally missed that chat. Yeah, I do have a way where you can trade with me if you want. It's in the just go into the group and you'll see it. You want to trade with me every day? That's fine. You can. All right, this is gonna hit my stop. I'm stopped out. All right. So anyone still in this trade, let me know. If anyone's still in the trade, let me know. Because if you're not, then I have really no reason to continue. But if you are, I can at least give you, I'll stay for a second and give you my input. Couple W's out. Okay, cool. Got out with a W. Nice. Again, price is in sort of a discount sell opportunity area. Whoops. Here's the range now, right? So discount sell opportunity. So meaning premium. It's in a nice little premium, not discount, but a premium. But you get a discount sell, right? So this is kind of like that last leg, similar to what happened up here. See, price grab, a little bit of a turtle soup action. Not really believable on that breakout. Here, you're going to have to see the same thing. So what would I want to see? I would want to see a strong push. I would want to see a retest. But it doesn't even, honestly, I don't even want to see a retest. I just want to see this freaking thing go. And if it can go and give me some serious volume, then yeah, then it's the idea is that you're probably going to go up further. And let's see here. Yeah, we created structure. Everything looks nice. This is the swing. So that's what I'd be looking at. Okay, so we do have someone still holding. Is everyone in? Is nobody else holding the trade? Nobody else is holding? Like I got one person that said they're holding. Just curious. Do I need to go back in? You're like, damn, don't do it. Don't do it, Mike. I'll be here all day, bro. Just saw. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. I keep forgetting I have my phone when it goes to lock. But yeah, so thank you for that compliment. Yes, I love the fam. Got my screensaver on there. All right. So what I say, discount sells, right? No real believable push here, man. We got all the momentum to the downside. I was just out because I was trying to show you the best way to manage a trade, and screw it, whatever, I'm out. But I still think this has downside potential, to be honest with you. That's kind of where my head is at right now. Let's see, I'm gonna get rid of this 5-minute gap. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. I'm glad we could grab something in this really weird market. I'm glad that we could grab something. And you know what's crazy? Let me just point one thing out, and then I'm probably gonna wrap it up here, guys. But check this out. So we hit, let's just go off of like what we saw this morning, right? So we get this push down. We rock previous daily lows as well as these equal lows right here to the tick. I mean, that's like almost to the tick, And let's just look at something. Let's see. On a 1 minute time, this is the lowest time frame I can get to, right? We break structure right here. This is your order block. Now what? A breaker, right? So that's your 1 minute breaker block, because an order block that's broken becomes a breaker. And what's crazy, man, is like this would be the one strat for life setup. You have a fair value gap, right? So you got your fair value gap right here. Whoops. You know what I'm about to show you, right? What would we be looking for right there? We'd be looking for longs. And I would probably take that long right here, right as it meets. You don't have to. You can wait. You can actually zoom into like a 30-second, wait for a break of structure, whatever. Take it up here if you want. But this would still be, the question is, would this have been a manageable trade? I don't know. I think if you, it depends. I mean, my stop loss would have probably been down here. Like it would have to break this for me to, and then even then I might hold, but just depending, especially not in this scenario because I know what volume is doing. But it's just interesting, right? Because you get up here, a lot of people when price gives them a 0.5 to 1, there's your 0.5 right there. I know a lot of guys in the group, they'll set their stop to break even. It's a great way to manage trades. You're going to get a lot of break even stops, but it's a great way to protect your capital. Because what you're doing is you're giving yourself more risk-free options. You know, so you look at it that way. So I think it's good. I don't think that's a bad thing. But I mean, that would have not been a great setup, you know? And we have so I want you to listen to me, right? What I tell you the other day, there's multiple ways to win. Duh. I mean, we all know that. But dude, like in this case, look at this. All the checklist is there. High time frame, check. Breaker, check. Change of structure with the breaker and a fair value. Everything's there. So why didn't I take it? You know, and that's the thing, guys. That's like, how do I teach that, right? I don't know. I don't know how to teach that other than to say, look, learn structure. I'm trying to show you structure. This is why I didn't take it. What happened over here. Because all of this is inside. And it's inside liquidity. Now, had that same setup occur, and this is why pattern traders just get wrecked, bro. Because they don't understand structure. Had this happened, you know, and we have like a nice gap right here with the breaker. Oh, hell yeah, bro. I'm going long all day. Like that. I'm going long right there, right in that breaker. I'll be setting this up pretty, right? I probably have a stop like somewhere down here, right? I'll be targeting this buy side up here, you know, somewhere up here. I'll target the external, but we'll probably not get there, but we'll see, right? I would just go for it. Why not? Previous day high. Let's go. Because I can ride that if I'm right. But do you see the difference? And that's why a lot of you guys, and I don't know, I say a lot of you guys, why a lot of people, not you guys in particular, but a lot of people, they are failing. But we have the same entry model. It's the same entry model. So why am I winning and you're losing? It's because of this, bro. I'm trying to show you. It's because of this. It's because I'm waiting for the right setups. That's all. I saw something different today. All right, guys. I'm on here for a long time today. I didn't expect to be on for like 3 hours or whatever, but that's just what the market gave us. So I didn't want to leave you hanging. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, all that stuff. Guys, I enjoyed it. Hope you guys did. You guys get something out of it. Hopefully. Got something out of it, hopefully. I can't even think anymore. 3 hours of stream is crazy. And I've talked for like 99% of it. So I'm out. See you next time. All right? See you tomorrow. Those of you guys who are trading with me, I will see you mañana. Bright and early. All right. Later, guys. Peace.